Placing this picture with Kenny Pickett.
Happy New Year. We're back with another episode of Santa Boot First Podcast. We got college playoff brackets, big Penn State win. See where we go to next. Birds, number 2 seed, who's coming here to the link to get their ass whooped wild card weekend. We got a look back at 2024, look forward to 2025. We got a special guest in the house with us tonight. So come on back. You're listening to the Santa Boot First Podcast. Yeah, I don't think he would like that. He likes us being knuckleheads. Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Santa Boot First Podcast. We do have a special guest in the room with us tonight, but first we want to recognize a lost friend, our buddy Pat Sweeney, one of our top fans, huge supporter. Deke's known him most of his life. The rest of us guys, came friends with him through the podcast, but unfortunately Pat passed right before the holidays. So thoughts out to his family, prayers out to his family. I know, Deke, you want to say a couple words on behalf of Pat.
Yeah, Pat and I went to high school together, St Joseph Prep, class of 82. We were on the crew team together. He went on to Northeastern, rode there. And we kind of lost contact with each other after we graduated. And through the magic of Facebook, we were able to reconnect a few years ago in the midst of his battle with cancer. He was a couple of years into it by the time we reconnected. He was given a 5% chance of making it 5 years with the cancer, the very rare cancer that he had. And by living in Australia where he was for the last 27 years of his life, 28 years, something like that, he was able to get access to new medications that were able to get him through that 5 years. And he actually made it over 6 years. In one of his last messages to me, he said that he was diagnosed with an atypical pneumonia, whatever that is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not sure what that is other than some sort of pneumonia. And that eventually is what claimed his life. But Pat's story was pretty inspirational. He fought his ass off for years to beat what he had, and he conquered it as far as I'm concerned. He beat the odds, he had a little 5-year special, or 5-year a toast to himself, where he was on Facebook for an hour plus with it was basically a party at his house celebrating his 5-year anniversary from cancer, making that 5-year stretch. And he just the battle that he fought for those years was incredible. When we are faced with incredible odds like he was, I don't know of many people that could fight the way he did and survive the way he did. He not only survived, but he was able to live a fairly normal life. And, I'll always be grateful for the last 3 years or so of his life that we were in close contact and frequent contact with each other. We message each other a lot on Facebook. And, I'll always be grateful for that. And he kind of made us the number one Eagles podcast in Perth, Australia. and we'll always be grateful for that too, because he really enjoyed listening to us. He lived in Perth, Australia, but his Philly, Port Richmond roots were deep. They ran real deep in his life. He never, ever forgot where he came from. Never, ever forgot his family, his friends back home, his classmates back home. He at our 40th reunion, he did a video where he gave us a little message of what he was up to, what he was doing, where he was at in life, and that sort of thing. He was married. He had a couple kids, and his son Aiden looks just like him, but with a beard and longer hair. From what Pat never had really long hair, didn't have a beard, but his son Aiden looks just like him in his face, and it's great to see that that will carry on that look of Pat. His daughter and his brother gave a great eulogy at his funeral, and the pictures that they showed at the end of his funeral were fantastic. They showed the true character and charisma that Pat had throughout his life, and the effect that he had on people, with his just great personality, positive outlook on everything. And yeah, I'll always be thankful for the last few years that we were able to get together and have the friendship that we did. And yeah, I'm always going to be grateful for that. And he's gone too soon. We've lost 3 classmates in the last 18 months or so, Pat being the latest. And they're all gone too soon. Our first classmate died this summer, two months after we graduated. He was 18 years old. He was in a boat down the shore and it got struck by lightning. And Pat's the latest one, and there's 20 some between them. There's about 25 of us going now, and it seems like the more we go on, the faster and we're dropping, and it's sad. So once again, I'm always thankful for everything I had with Pat and the relationship that we had, and I'd like to raise a toast to him.
Yeah.
To Pat.
R.I.P. mate.
Yes, R.I.P. mate. Nate. Clink.
Yeah. All right, it's actually not that bad.
There you go. I didn't even drink the chocolate one. I forgot about that. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky enough where cancer hasn't touched your family in some way, to consider yourself blessed. Pat beat the odds. He fought. One thing I say about him, the guy never felt sorry for himself.
No.
You never came across in any of his posts, any of his messages to us. He enjoyed us. He said he'd listen to us sometimes during his treatments. He enjoyed us being knuckleheads. He enjoyed us saying water. He was a huge Flyers fan, so we're all supporting with our Flyers gear tonight.
That's what I meant to say. You didn't tune into the wrong podcast. This is not a new Flyers podcast.
Right. This is in honor of our buddy, Pat. Like Deke said, gone too soon. We're all thankful for the few years that some of us got to know you. Very generous man. Condolences, prayers to the family.
We even had him on the show once.
I had him on the show once. He sent a nice holiday message to us before. He's a good guy. Gone too soon. All right.
Thank you, James.
Yes. Thank you. Let's get started. Our special guest in the room tonight.
Certainly special.
Certainly special. Whether he's a welcome guest or not. Andrew Martin, the middle Martin, the man, the Naval Academy attendee or name. I was going to call him a seaman, but you guys were all going to rip on me. So the next word that came out of my head was our buddy Andrew Martin. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening.
Good to see you here on the coast with us, away from Chicago. Little break for the holiday. Good to have you back. You guys tricked. Well, it sounds like you tricked Deke. Everybody else was in on it.
Yeah.
But
Mom, she kind of knew on it because, as moms do, they know their kids too well, and Andrew kind of tipped his hand too well with her. But the old man was clueless. As he is right now. Yeah. As he is most of the time. Yeah.
So we got Andrew in the room with us tonight to talk some sports. I'll be your bartender for the evening, Jim Marcus. To my left, hiding behind me here is Brody Marcus.
So,
to his left, already spoke, but once again, the elder statesman, Donald Kennedy Martin.
What's up there, James?
Good evening. To his left, DJ the Don, the eldest child.
Yeah. Whoa. Child again there. Hola.
Hola. Good evening. To his left, Andrew, once again, good evening. To his left, the ruthless one, Ryan Smitty, enjoying his time off. You know, he's got to go back to work tomorrow, but
tough
a little break, little break. Little break.
Good evening. Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You guys all forget.
Yeah.
Slipped our minds.
It is good. I like it. It's enjoyable. And keeping us live and on the air behind the mic, behind the camera, Nate Money Pot Moss. Good evening.
He always
Oh,
does.
Smitty just slugged it down. What are we drinking again? We're drinking a
Something chocolate.
Blockhouse Brewing double chocolate block.
What's the
Fantastic.
year?
This is a recent one.
2014.
This is a recent one.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, let's get into it, boys.
Thanks for
We got lots of thanks to our sponsor, Pops McCain's Fine Irish Whiskey,
Freddie's running the show tonight.
Jason Fogg, powered by Pops. Holidays are over, but doesn't mean you need to stop drinking, right?
Oh,
No.
Reach out. There's always a reason. Reach out. Always a reason to tip one back. So reach out to Jay on Facebook, Pops McCain's Whiskey, for any of your whiskey needs. Jay's doing a lot of stuff up there in the I call it the hinterlands out there in like Pottsville area. But he's got like a cigar hooked in with a cigar lounge, and he's got some things going on. So follow Jay and Jay's Escapades on Facebook. Pops McCain's, always good stuff going on there. All right, we had a college bowl game just finished up a bit ago.
Snooze fest.
Geeks Fighting Irish defeated
Dun, 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 dun.
the Georgia Dogs. So it looks like
What class is he?
class of 62. What
He's from the
Notre
north
Dame.
end of South Bend.
Notre
too.
Dame
Yeah.
class of what?
are you talking about?
No class.
Him and St. Patrick moved the snakes out together.
That he did say. That he's old enough to say. That's for
He's
sure.
got the 40 hours.
He was there for the potato famine too.
You could have been Rudy if you actually were.
Rudy was all sides.
Rudy was offsides.
Oh, he was definitely offside.
Absolutely.
You ever hear Joe Montana? Not to get too off course, but Joe Montana talking about that.
That he was offside.
No, the whole movie is like he just
Fake?
bashed the whole movie. Yeah.
So it never really happened, that story?
No, Rudy was real, but the team didn't like chant his name. And
Did he carry him off the field?
No,
Come on.
they like
They
The
did-
janitor wasn't waiting,
not to,
clapping
like,
for
not
him in
to,
the.
like be mean, but like they kind of bullied him like when he was on the team. Like they didn't like they thought it was a joke.
'Cause he
like
sucked.
a charity case type thing.
All right. He sucked.
He was a walk-on. That's probably what happens to most
Who
walk-ons.
was the coach too? I can't ever remember.
He was
who.
new.
Ara
wasn't it? And then-
Parsegan.
So
No, but he took over,
that
didn't
was
he?
before
Who was the
Lou
starting?
Holtz and all?
The first coach there was Ara Parsegan. And then
But who took over after? Because
Ara retired.
Because even the
Did-
coaches come out and said like the players never came to my office and put their jerseys.
No?
on. I'm pretty sure there's
One
like,
player after another didn't leave.
No, it's-
Rudy could have my
it
spot,
wasn't a
coach.
thing, yeah.
Look, it was a good movie.
The movie stunk.
It was a good movie. It was a good football movie.
All right, so
When you're young, you're like, wow, this is so inspirational.
we're
Let's
spending
read it
too
one
much
day.
time
Want
talking.
to go see Touchdown Jesus?
And then
I
part
can
of
give
part
two
of
shits
part
about
of growing
this.
up is realizing, life ain't that easy. It's just not how it goes.
For real?
It's
Language.
My life's been a
I
cakewalk.
told you, 2025, no cursing.
bullshit.
Right.
You guys can. I'm
Bullshit.
keeping it clean tonight.
I'll get him going.
No, you
So
won't.
James Franklin's going to lose to Notre Dame on Thursday night?
We'll see.
What are you talking about?
You can predict the future. We'll see.
No, I like Penn State's chances against Notre Dame. If Notre Dame played the way they did tonight,
Penn
Penn State?
No,
Notre Dame's favorite?
1.5.
Ooh.
But
I might take Penn State outright.
that's what Nate was saying.
DJ, you were asleep for half the show. You were just sleeping.
Nah.
Dan Devine became the coach after Ara
Dan
Parsegan.
All right,
Devine.
no,
That's who it is.
that's too
I
much
worked
time.
with Dan Devine's
I came here to talk
great-great-grandson.
about Philly sports, not Notre Dame and
Really?
real.
Is
Yeah.
that for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. For about 3 months.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Notre Dame. I want to went to South Bend.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's relevant.
College
College
football playoffs.
football's happening. I mean, we're going to keep it fresh for the audience.
College football right now.
All right. So Penn State, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Texas. We're going to see Ohio State, Penn State closing out the college football season.
I mean, if you're like a college football fan, I think you want the best teams in that national championship, which I think it might be Ohio State and Texas.
No,
Don't think it's Penn State or
it is
Notre Dame.
definitely Penn State, Ohio State.
I don't know.
I think if you're a college football fan, the way DJ's saying it, I'm with DJ. Because as much as we rip on Notre Dame, Penn State's the same type of cult.
Exactly.
If you're not from Penn State, you hate Penn State.
and Notre Dame's offense can put you to sleep, and not like
And it almost put you to sleep tonight.
Seriously, I mean, that game was so boring. There was maybe 2 exciting plays. One of them not even being an offensive play.
No, there was a drop.
And the drop was exciting, not in like a good way though. It's like I thought the game was a snooze fest, but I mean, hopefully Penn State Notre Dame is a better matchup.
Notre Dame's best offensive play was the Georgia kid running on the sideline and getting in the ref's way.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
It was the strip sack at the end of the half.
That was at the end of the game.
No, end of the
the end of the
half.
first
Doesn't
half.
matter. Doesn't
Yeah, it was 30 seconds ago. They weren't paying.
They scored a touchdown off it.
That's what it was. That was the game-winning touchdown. 13
Going into the half.
Yeah, 13-6. And they won 23-10.
Barn burner.
Joe White's calling for a PSU rematch.
But if you're
Who do you
Penn
got? What
State-
side you on there, Joe? How you feeling?
But if you're you're Penn State fans,
Mhm.
who do you want? Like you beat Notre Dame, who do you want to play? Who do
Texas.
you want to see
Yeah.
Texas?
Yeah, I don't want to play.
Ohio State's the best team right now.
James Franklin.
They're also your biggest rivals. So
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are you saying? Eventually, we
it's
gotta
like
beat 'em?
it's not.
Mhm.
It wouldn't happen, but it'd be like Eagles Cowboys in the Super Bowl type thing. I mean,
Mhm.
that would be a fun matchup.
All right, but let's
then
be
you're
honest.
like,
I mean, even though, do you really think Penn State could beat Ohio State?
No.
Right. Do you think they could beat Texas?
Yes. I think you could
Texas
do anything
sputters
you
a
put your
lot
mind
of-
to.
That's true. You
That's
can do
right.
anything.
That's right.
Well, anything you
Positive attitude. Say your prayers. Take your pills.
Eat your vitamins.
Eat your vitamins.
I mean, Texas's offense.
I was thinking, yeah, you're right.
They sputter
Anything
a
is
lot.
possible. Like Kenny Gainwell could truly break the all-time rushing record this weekend. Penn State, if the Eagles just run the ball.
2000.
Dotson could get 500 yards and 7 touchdowns to meet your
Right.
projection.
Right. Exactly.
Andrew, Max is watching.
Um,
Say hi to Max.
yeah, my dad says the
Red
networks
Sox.
don't want 2 Big Ten teams in the final. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah,
Like nobody would be.
Because
Well,
Actually,
this side of the country would be.
I don't know. I'm not so
Northeast
sure.
Washington
I am
is-
not so sure you can say that because they were even just saying on ESPN, no matter what the outcome
Nobody
is.
in the
Dude,
South.
Penn
would watch
State and
that game.
Ohio State have a huge following.
Not in the South.
The whole SEC audience
College football
turns it
makes
off. The
so much
whole
money
West
from the
Coast.
South.
I still think
And the
you-
whole
I
South
still think
would
you
not
get a
watch
ton
that
of ratings.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think your
so.
dad's just upset because he's got to say
They
Franklin's
won-
doing
they
an
won-
okay
they
job,
won-
right?
they
He
won
doesn't want to
Texas.
admit it.
I think
He's
they
under the
won
flu
Texas.
right now. Maybe he's got,
Yeah, we'll
it's
give him a break.
making
If
him
Penn State,
think
if-
crazy.
If Penn State gets to the national championship, do we stop the abuse of Franklin?
Some of us do not know.
I don't know because
Now all of a sudden Notre Dame beat Georgia. That's not a big deal.
that is a good game.
No,
That's
but
a good win. That's a great win.
if they beat Notre Dame and they
get a national championship, I think it comes back a little bit. But you will have the people that say, "Well, they beat Indiana or Boise State and UNL or
SMU.
SMU
okay, and then they would have beat Notre Dame,
in one game."
right? So
I think it would have come back a little bit, but I still think you'll have the haters.
I-
people. Yeah,
I think it'll be amplified if it's Ohio State that he loses to. Because then people will be like, see?
You can't-
See?
Well,
He can't beat him. He can't beat
we
him.
all know that.
That's,
I know
that's
someone
just.
that would say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he deserves some respect. He
Yeah.
deserves more.
Yeah,
respect.
if he makes the national championship, I would lay off him.
Oh well,
We already know you.
I've already said it's a good season. He is now Coach Franklin.
Yes.
He's not James yet. He's now Coach
if he
Franklin.
beats Notre Dame, is he James?
Jimmy.
Nah,
He
he's
beats
been
Notre
Jimmy
Dame.
Franks. Jimmy Frankfurt. If he beats Notre
Jimmy
Dame,
Frankfurt.
He gets into a national championship.
He gets to a
and you
national
beat
championship.
Notre Dame, that's a big deal.
What
That's
happens
why
if
they
what
changed
happens if we beat Ohio State? Is he a guy? Is he go down as a
He's
legend?
He's Joe. He's better. He's not better than Joe. Well,
Is he a legend
He
in
might
your
be better
mind?
than Joe
Would you give him legendary status?
Yeah, he is.
if
'Cause
he
Penn
can
State only has
overcome
two.
Ohio
They
State
would only
to
have
win the
two
national championship,
championships.
it's legendary status. I don't know if I'm calling him a legend yet. It's like whiteout
They only
energy
have-
versus
they
a
only
whiteout
have
game.
two
Well,
national
did you see what I sent?
champions.
Did you see what I sent you last night? Not to get too much off topic, but the fact of like what Deke's been saying for this a whole year, like they're really supposedly like taking it to another level.
This was
They're
their
doing the
year to do it,
$700
right?
million
Like,
Oh, yeah, all that
relegation of
stuff.
Beaver. They're getting all these CEOs. Like Deke was saying, they have most CEOs in the country trying to really just make it a ball school, not worrying about anything else and putting a ton
This
of
might
money
be a
into it.
basketball school.
Now they're 13-2
Damn.
Their basketball team is going to make the tournament.
for
Hey.
sure.
And
Don't-
they're gonna get
don't over-
Somebody
bagged
make it-
by
somebody-
Izzo.
I don't even know if Izzo's going to make it.
Michigan State.
I don't follow.
They're
I haven't
top,
followed.
They're top 15 team in the country. Right
Okay, great. So have they played Penn State yet?
They will spank them.
I will spank Penn State single-handedly.
You can't bet against Izzo in March, dude.
Yeah, you
They didn't even get in last year.
Yes,
Or
they did.
They
They
lost
made-
in the first round.
No, they made it to I think the Sweet 16. They lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least
So I guess you could bet on against them.
Not winning at all.
Yeah, that.
So Rich makes a point here that we were talking about earlier. Every top seed lost.
Yeah,
The teams that they got the
buys. I
buys.
think the buys
So
in
is there-
sports hurt.
And the fact that we've all said it, like Penn State has this easy path. Does the committee need to figure this out? Did they do
It's
it wrong?
definitely- They got to reseed.
I think
They got to reseed. That's what me and my
Reseeding,
brother
they
in law
are
were
going to
saying.
reseed. Next year, they're not. It's going to be top 4 no matter
Yeah,
what. The
res-
conferences, but
Not reseeding.
if you look at it that way, it doesn't really change Penn State's path.
No,
Penn State
but I'm
would've got a bye.
Not only did they lose, they lost big.
Who?
The top seeds.
Well, the other thing is too.
No, not ASU. Lost
They
by-
put
There was a
Well,
lot.
they're the only one that
But there was
played
a lot
competitive.
of people that said that Penn State, like you saw what they did to Oregon, that they exposed their
Aside
defense.
from one game, every
And
game was a
Ohio
blowout.
State used to
every
see-
game.
Yeah.
If you look at Ohio State, used the same blueprint that Penn State did to almost win the Big Ten title: run the ball, run the ball, run the ball.
Who
and
would you
then
say
run
was
pass.
the best 4 teams so far? Ohio
Right now,
State.
Ohio
right
State.
now, Ohio State.
just in these
Penn-
playoffs here?
Yes.
Or
Ohio
in the
State, Penn
country.
State,
Texas,
Texas.
Notre Dame. Going
Hmm.
into the playoffs when it used to be the old format, none of those 4 teams would have been in it. Maybe no, Texas would have been in it.
Well, does it matter if the team lost?
Actually, no.
Penn
Texas
State would have been in it.
Texas wouldn't have been in
Penn
it.
State would have been. They're the
It
only
would've
one.
been- it would've
Would
been
they? They were
Oregon.
ranked 6th.
You think Penn State would have been in?
Penn State would have been in the 4th.
They were ranked 6th.
Dude, they were not ranked 6. They moved.
No.
I can't
They were
explain
they
this
were
to you
3 in the
anymore.
final.
Yeah.
They were
3 in the final polls.
But they moved to 6
They do it
because
as conference
you have to
winners
give the
get top
conference
4.
winners.
It's seeding.
So
Forget
Texas-
the
All right,
rankings.
I got you. I
So
got
Penn
you.
State would have got in
So
regardless.
Penn State would have been in the top
That's
4.
what I was trying
You
to
think Notre Dame would have been in?
No, they were 6, weren't they? At the
They
end
were
to finish the
5.
season.
They were 5. I don't know. That would have been tough. No, Notre Dame finished 4.
Because you
but
would have
because
had
of buys.
Oregon and
Okay.
Texas probably would have.
Yeah, I
been
don't know.
in,
That
right?
would have been tough.
So that's why I think the committee would have to look at.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next year, the format
I don't
of this because, like we just said, there was one game that wasn't a blowout. The rest were all like dominant blowouts.
But if you think about it, Ohio State was appropriately seeded. They had 2 losses. Penn State only had 1 if you don't consider a Big
Yeah.
Ten championship, and Notre Dame had 1.
and going into the college season, I think everyone had Ohio State as the best team in the country.
Yeah.
So now they're really showing what they're
Yeah.
made of, and I think it's.
Where was Ohio State to begin the season?
Well, I think they were
They were 2.
two.
Who was
Oh,
one?
no, they were.
They were one. Texas
Going into
Texas
the year-
might have like
No, I
after
thought
week
Texas
2.
was- I thought
No, I
Georgia
think they-
was 1 going in.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Georgia-
Were
Yeah,
they?
that's
was
right.
one.
Georgia
No,
was
no,
one.
Ohio State was
No,
2.
Ohio State might. No, Ohio State might have been. He's 1.
Ohio State was 2.
No,
Georgia
he
was
might be
1.
right. No, because Oregon, Ohio State was no.
Oregon
Oregon,
wasn't even
Yeah,
top.
Oregon wasn't top.
5.
dude, Oregon was number 1 when they played Ohio State, and they were both undefeated.
No,
that
we're saying
was
the very
going
beginning of the
into
season.
It was Georgia 1, Ohio State 2.
Right, but Oregon. But what I'm trying to say to you, Oregon was number 1 when they hosted Ohio State.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like week
So
5.
they were always ahead because Oregon at
No,
that time.
we're just
Ohio
saying
State was
going into the year, like the
Before a
best
game
team-
before a game was even
the
played.
best team
I think
considered
I thought it was
Georgia or
Ohio State.
I feel like it was Georgia.
Depended who you asked.
I think it was
like
Georgia
one A,
or
one
was
B.
it Texas?
And everyone thought Carson Beck was going to be the Heisman, and dude stunk.
Yeah.
He had, like, 2
I don't know. I
games.
mean, we'll see what happens. It's going to be.
I think it'll be a fun Final Four. I just don't think Penn State and Notre Dame's going to be a good game to watch. It's going to be a run the ball type game, and control the clock and.
Well,
whatever.
Penn State's going to have to try to
And
take
a
some
big
shots
When's-
game.
When's the other game?
Friday night,
Friday.
and that's in Texas, and still
Yeah,
Ohio
Ohio.
State's 5.5 point favorite in Texas.
Dude, Ohio State's they're good.
I understand that.
They
but
just
I'm just
dominated
saying-
in California.
Texas almost gave that game up yet. They should have
Yeah,
lost.
they should have
Well,
lost.
yeah, if they call the targeting call.
Yeah. And they can block a field goal.
So, what are your predictions right now? Are we going to do them at the end of the show, or is this our college football segment?
We'll make this the college football
All
segment.
right.
So, what is your final?
I think it's Penn State, Ohio State. I really do.
Do we have to pick a winner too?
Of the Natty?
No,
Well, we
no,
might be
we'll be
back.
back for
We'll be.
that.
We should be back
We're
in
back.
that,
We're
right?
back.
For another 3
Is it
weeks.
like
or
the 20th?
something,
Yeah.
All right, I'm with DJ. Penn State, Ohio State.
I think Ohio State rolls too.
What, Texas or
Yeah.
both? And then rolls Penn State.
No. I think they roll Texas.
Oh, you're not giving your prediction for Natty yet.
Texas's offense sputters.
You're
too
not
much.
going to
Like,
give
they
your.
did-
So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I got to see how they play out this next year.
But if they roll Notre Dame, you might go Penn State.
I don't know. We'll see. Let Brody make it.
All right, Birdie.
Brody
Brody
knows ball.
He's gonna,
Notre Dame, Ohio State.
he always picks against Penn State. Deke, what do you have?
Deke, what you got?
I'm gonna go.
Ohio State. I don't know. I think this Penn State Notre Dame game is going to be a good game.
Yeah, he's gonna love
Instant classic.
It's gonna be like
It
I
could be
can't
an- it
lose
could be
either
an-
way.
It could be an instant classic.
Bet the under. Take the under.
There was a Penn State Notre Dame game back in the early
Oh,
'90s.
here we go.
That the one in
At-
Ireland?
Hmm?
The one in Ireland?
No, it was at Notre Dame. I think Rick Meyer was the quarterback.
Can we pick our team?
That
Stop
was
doing a history
an
lesson?
instant classic of a game. That was a fantastic game.
Pick your team, dude. You don't need a history lesson on why you're picking who you're picking.
If Penn State can control the clock with the running game, I think they win.
What if they don't control the clock, though?
If they can't control the clock, then they're going to lose.
All right, DJ already said Penn State, Ohio State. Who you got?
Penn State, Texas.
Penn State, Texas. Look at this guy.
You
Always
think
likes to go
Texas
against the
wins?
grain.
Yes. I
Oh
mean,
my God,
that defense.
then he's gonna say Penn
That
State.
defense went from being number one to.
I think
they're trembling.
Well, Smitty,
I think it's Penn State. I want to say Penn State, Texas, but I just think Ohio State's too good.
yeah,
I don't think Ohio State's gonna have a problem Friday night.
Penn State.
And I do think Penn.
Rich says it comes down to coaching. Penn State and Notre Dame. Who's the better coach?
I'm not so sure about that because they both have choked and beaten.
Yeah, that's why I made that noise. I'm like, I wouldn't.
Why? Because he beat.
Which coach I think he's saying is which coach makes the first mistake.
Well,
which could cost.
You know what I think it comes down to? Who has the better coordinators? And I think it's Penn State.
I think
They
Freeman,
got the former coach of Indiana.
I think
They got
Freeman is more like fourth and short. We're going for it on our own.
yeah, but I like it.
Whereas
Penn-
Franklin is conservative and
he faked that punt
I think Franklin has historically been more conservative
for sure. But during this run, he hasn't been.
and it's
Remember, he went for it on his own 20 in the SMU game. Didn't work.
Yeah.
But you told me that's not him. He's not calling those plays you told me.
Well, he's talking about Franklin. So if you guys want to give him, I think it's the coordinators, and I think Penn State is. Tom Allen is a former head coach, and I think he's doing a hell of a job with that defense. I
Who
think
you got?
Penn State's defense.
Where's Manny Diaz?
Who you got, Nate?
Dude,
Ohio State, Penn State. All right.
Are you taking any spreads?
what's your confidence level in the Penn State?
Sleeping
Notre Dame
on
game?
Texas again. I was sleeping on.
I'm real confident. Ohio State. I mean Penn State.
You really?
You're sleeping on.
You're getting Smitty scared. You're getting Smitty scared.
He hates it.
I don't like when everybody's on the PSU line, because then
But then you do love it because it's like love for Penn State.
yeah, but then it's like it's fake love, because then if they lose, you guys are gonna.
It's
all
not agape.
turn. Yeah,
I'll
you don't turn.
I'll just be mad that I lost money.
Yeah.
No, but these guys,
I don't turn.
you don't. You're right.
I'm straight line.
All right. So we got all the college talk out of the way. Let's get into the Birds. Number 2 seed Birds put a whooping on the Cowboys this past weekend.
Belt
If you
to
take
ass.
the scoreboard away, though.
Yeah, if you take the scoreboard
Yeah, I know
away,
Yeah, it was a close game.
Close game.
Good
if you
point,
take it
Brody.
away.
you take away 4 or 5 big plays.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the? Yeah, that's
Where do you
ridiculous.
Where do you go to school?
He went to Penn State. He's already talking trash about Notre Dame on social
Is he?
media. Yeah. What everybody? What have they done?
That's better.
He is.
He's already planned all his tea times out.
You know what?
You know he's going to be at that game.
I was just saying. Do you think he'll show up Thursday?
He's going to be at that game because season's over for the NFL.
Oh yeah, he's up.
They're not in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be
He's
on the
gonna be
sideline.
on
He's
gonna-
actually going to be there. I wouldn't be surprised if Saquon's there.
and he's in Miami.
I
Yeah.
know that'll
The
be the
Eagles
night
have a
before.
game.
Well, if it's Sunday, he might be there. It's Thursday night. He might fly down.
Yeah, so
I would not like it if Saquon's there.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't like that.
all right.
Don't get
Would you
distracted.
rather Saquon be at the Penn State game or go for the record?
You should be at either.
I'd rather him be at Penn State.
Neither.
Neither,
well,
yeah.
well, yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that part of the topic.
They did
yeah,
the
I
right
mean-
thing.
They did the right thing.
I think it's right to do.
Now,
I think it's the right decision. We
It's
got
right.
1,
now
2, 3 right decision.
he should have played.
We saw what happened
Andrew?
last year.
Right decision to sit Saquon.
Hold on, he just took a drink.
It just took a big gulp.
God.
I agree.
You agree?
Yes.
Nate, right decision to sit Saquon?
Yeah.
Nate agrees. I think it's me and you, Deke.
Yep.
I'm okay with the decision, but
It's not
it's-
just him that has to be willing to do it. It has to also be the O line.
Thank you.
the O line.
and they
You don't
wanted
think the
to.
O line? The O line would.
They
love
want
to
a
do
piece
that.
of that
You
history.
risk losing an O lineman.
Lane said he didn't. He wanted to
You risk every time
Yeah,
you
let's
step
say-
on the
But
field.
I'd rather.
Yeah, Lane was
I would
like,
never
we wanna
want
get-
never want anybody to get hurt. But if they get hurt in a game that matters, okay, I can live with that. If they get hurt in a game that means jack squat,
This
I
game's
can't
gonna end
win
in a
that.
tie.
Did
It's
anybody-
gonna get tied.
Did anybody look up, is Eric Dickerson's offensive line in the Hall of Fame? Every one of those players in the Hall of Fame?
I don't care about Eric Dickerson or his dumb offensive line or his stupid record. I care about Saquon Barkley, our offense line, and the Eagles winning the Super Bowl
We
this
made
year.
the same mistake last year, and 3
You're gonna
players
have
got
to
hurt.
update that, dude, soon.
I hope I do.
Pretty soon, that's gonna be Kenny Pickett.
Yes,
I just-
we're
Look,
gonna get a
look at it this
second
way.
one.
Why can't we want both? Why
Exactly.
can't we win a Super Bowl
Exactly.
and a record?
You can't have
It's not
those.
worth it.
Why not?
Why not?
Why
No,
not?
no.
That's bullshit. We
It's
can't have both.
silly. You can't have nice things.
See?
Don't
See?
get too greedy.
Usually we got the defeatist mentality of we've seen this story over and over again, and you guys are rainbows and
You
unicorns.
can't-
Everything's
you can't
great.
get too greedy.
Wait, are you
I
saying
think we can.
No.
you want to go for the record?
I think they should have.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
Why are you trying to
Not
get
Wait a
greedy?
minute. You,
Yes.
Wait a
Because
minute.
he's not there now.
Wait a minute. You said the. You said the.
No, I wanted to give him the first half and
The
see where
other
he's
day
at.
said he
Yep.
agreed.
No, I said I was okay with it. I'm okay with it. That's the
I
decision that's made.
understand why they
You guys,
did
all right,
this.
hold on. Now,
But listen, no. You listen for a
You
second.
don't think the Giants?
He's the 9th player in the history of the league to run for 2,000 plus
And I'm
yards.
gonna break
Let me
I
finish.
already know all these.
In the
stats.
t- in,
It's simple why you don't.
let
like
me
them.
finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
No,
He will never have this
You don't know
opportunity.
that.
I'm letting
How
you
many
know
times
that.
has a running back run for
He's
2,000
running
plus
for
yards?
3,000
in
next
it-
year.
2 times in his career. Zero.
Time for everything.
The opportunity was right there. You give him the half and you let him go for it. If he doesn't get it in the half, all right, then
all
you
right,
ta-
now
you
it's
take
my
him out.
turn. Now
Say
it's
he
my
gets
turn.
the record, right?
Now
On
it's
the
my
play,
turn.
he gets the record. Boom, broken ankle.
Let me get now it's my turn.
No,
How you feel?
no, you
Now
can't
it's my
play that
turn.
way. What happens now if he goes out in the first
See,
game,
Now I let you
the
talk.
first wild? I'm answering him. The first wild card game.
Don't say it.
What? No, don't. I know. I know. I know.
You were
What-
crying last
Yeah,
year
what happened last
when
year?
AJ Brown played in a game that didn't mean anything.
But he wasn't going for a record,
Yeah,
was
who
he?
cares?
Completely
He
different.
wasn't going
Completely
for a
different.
record.
Okay, I'm
Wait,
not done.
wait.
I'm not
Palmer-
done. Hold on,
Palmer's
stop.
right.
Stop.
Palmer's right.
Stop. Let me
Thank you,
finish.
Palmer.
Let me finish.
What? What did
You
he
also
say?
have to play your whole offensive line.
That's what we already said.
So what are you going to do?
You're risking.
You're
more
risking
than
Lane
just
Johnson.
Saquon.
You're risking Cam Jurgens. You're
Mailata.
all of them, Becton, Mailata,
I
and
agree.
Dickerson
I
for a
agree.
record. So you're
They
telling me
they wanted to go
so,
for it.
You know what?
Did you see Jeff Stoutland's reaction
This
after he
tells-
got 2,000
this tells
yards?
me a
He
lot.
was so
This
pumped
tells
up.
me a lot about your
They-
character.
they
Oh,
said-
shut
You are a individual success over team
They
success.
said that.
Now,
They
now.
said-
Now,
We
this
excel
puts
for greatness, is what it is. We're not afraid
Yes.
of greatness.
They
Give
said
us
this-
both.
this puts that much more pressure
You
on
just
them
showed
to
me
now
your
have to
hands.
win the
You're
Super
like,
Bowl.
This year was
I thought
Super
you
Bowl.
were-
Now they have to
This-
win the
who
Super Bowl.
cares? This year's Super Bowl or bust
Yeah, it was
anyway.
either way. It was Super
They're
Bowl or
NFL
bust.
players.
No wonder
Like,
you
there's
haven't
always
won. No wonder
pressure.
you're not winning CYO games. You're going.
You're in there for individual.
Yeah, you're in there
records.
for
They,
individual.
the offensive line and Saquon all said they wanted to see him get 2,000 yards,
And
he
he
did.
got it.
Like,
Maybe they
look,
should have let him
just
play the
doing it.
rest of the fourth quarter. I'll give you that on
Mike,
Sunday.
Mike Palmer
That's what I thought.
is right. Michael Palmer's right.
What did Michael Palmer say?
He said, funny we care about records. Schwarber set the most homers as a lefty in the postseason record.
Nobody
And
cares.
nobody talks about it.
Exactly.
You know why?
Right.
No ring.
Yeah, but
No, that's a stupid record,
It's
Mike.
not-
It's a
it's not.
stupid. It's a stupid record.
Why?
Because it is. It's a stupid record.
all right.
Look up who holds the record right now. Who held the record before Schwarber?
I don't know.
But you can tell me who has the most rushing yards in the NFL.
You know what?
It's a stupid record.
Yo,
Baseball records
you
are
know what
stupid
else?
records.
Yo.
Flat out.
here, let me break it.
There's
Let
so many
me,
disputes about
hey,
who's a
let me
single
break
season
it down
rusher.
for you. If Devontae Smith catches the ball in Washington, he's going for the record. If Saquon Barkley catches the ball in
Yeah.
Atlanta, he's going for the record. So they didn't get it. And you know what? You win as a team, you lose as a team.
Exactly.
It's not worth
If-
the risk.
You think in 20 years they don't regret this decision?
Not if they won a Super Bowl.
In 20 years, do you regret not
Got-
going for something?
Well, I didn't have anything
No,
like an NFL
Let
record.
me
Let me put
In
dollars
general.
to cents here.
I don't think about. I don't even the present, not the future,
There's a
not
brand
the
new
past.
stock. It's going to set a record. It possibly could set a record. You don't know. But all the talk
This
is
is not.
this
This
is the
is
newest
not a
stock.
good.
He's gonna admit it.
Great
You're-
stock.
You're ruining
You
our
know,
argument.
It's going to the moon.
He ruined our
But,
argument.
but it could fail, and it could ruin a lot of your equity
your argument?
and your
And you're stuttering.
amounts. You know, you going to take the stock and invest or no?
I don't even know what you just
I
said,
don't know
little
what I
kid.
said either, but you know what? It worked in my head. It didn't come out right.
I'm awarding you no points. We have all lost.
Shut up. All right.
Are
They
would
made
you?
their decision. It's that simple.
Did you have something to say?
No, I was just saying. Is it worth risking the best O-line and running back in the league?
No.
It's not.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
these
It's
two
not.
are selfish and think it is worth it.
No,
And
we're not-
also, how many times
we're
has
not
this
being
single-
selfish.
Single rushing record been disputed?
Why
Like,
do you guys think that he
there
can't
was
do
talks
it
about,
again?
like Jamal Lewis had it.
Why
and,
do you guys think he can't
and,
do it again?
And that was 10 years ago.
Emmitt Smith
Wait,
had it. And
why
That
do you
was
guys-
10 years
Shaun
prior to that.
Alexander. I
Why-
thought Shaun Alexander had the record.
Wait, why do we think that
Yeah,
he can't
he's
do it
showing no
next year?
sign of slowing
Yeah.
down.
Why do you think he can't do it next year? Because he's going to be even more used to the system a year later. This is his first year as an Eagle.
Dude, what makes you think there's no shot of it next
Saquon
year?
has less carries than Dickerson.
Yes, by
I'm
like
responding to the
65.
person in the comments.
Yeah.
Nah,
And-
it's 30 something.
It's
Yeah, it's-
60
yeah,
right
no,
now.
it's 30.
It's
30
It's
something.
30.
He's got 36
It's 30.
more carries.
I
No,
thought it
it's
was
31 or something like that.
No,
It's
he
not
would still
60.
have it.
It's not 60.
Dude,
It's 30.
It's definitely not
You
60.
could literally
It's,
search
it's
it
not
up.
60, but if he's not getting 100 yards and 30 carries, there's a problem. He
I
should be able to
agree
get 100 yards in,
I agree with
in
Connor.
15
Yes,
carries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
he's going to have less
I'm
carries.
Yes.
responding to-
More.
I'm
Yeah.
responding to the
My-
person in the comments.
My one concern,
Palmer
if
has
he had
the ball.
played, was somebody on the Giants
Yes.
taking a cheap shot.
Exactly.
That was my one concern.
Right,
You don't think any of them would?
You don't think
Yeah.
John Morris said, or
He has
whatever that guy's
bounties out
saying,
there.
I'll sleep better at night if you think knock Saquon
Yeah,
out
see,
in the Eagles?
Now I'm going to sound like Deke. You guys think this is the football of the old days. It's not. These guys, the whole Giants team is already checked out. They got nothing to play for other than Neighbors.
So,
Neighbors
he's
needs
saying,
6
"I'll give you
catches
a
to get a bonus. This team doesn't give a shit. They've already checked out. They're not going to play. If it wasn't Kenny and all the second team, it would be like 52-3. This game is going to be absolutely horrible on Sunday.
Yep.
Nobody's going to put a bounty out
And-
on Saquon. It's not the league it used to be.
Let Saquon and the offensive starters play the half. Rest the defense. Rest the whole defense. Let the Giants win. Get them a worse draft pick. That should have been the game plan.
That's what's gonna happen anyway.
And I
I
got to
The
point
Giants
out.
are going to lose. Drew Lock's the starting quarterback.
And he beat us.
They're not
already
gonna-
last year.
I got to welcome a new guest to the show. His name's Steve Barone. He was one of Pat's dear friends. I'm not sure where Steve lives or his rooting interest lie, but he asked a very interesting question. What happened to when men were men and they played dick in the dirt ball?
I like that, Steve. Welcome to the
Yes.
show.
that fits right in with our
I don't understand why you got if why you even risk the chance of being healthy for a playoff
Yeah,
run.
it's not worth it.
Oh, because of a personalized accolade.
You're going to be going into a tough
But
stretch of the
I don't know.
playoffs.
You
need
guys
your
act
players
like-
healthy.
You
We're
act
not
like
acting like nothing. You can't answer. my
this is a
question.
40-year record. Yeah, I'm answering your question right
What's
now.
your
This is a
question?
40-year record. You're acting like it's just some other thing that people will
I don't
break
think
next
it is,
year.
But I
I
also think
stumbled upon this.
he's going to go in the Hall of Fame probably anyway, more than likely.
No.
Yes, he is.
For one 2,000-yard year?
He's going to have another one.
All right. You guys have
He
a
is
lot of
back to
confidence.
back.
You have- you have-
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
too early to say he's in the Hall of Fame.
1,500. He's going to go.
That's not 2,000. You're saying 1,500. That's not
But is
2,000.
he a Hall of Famer? More than likely. Right.
Saquon's
It's
a
too
Hall of
early.
Famer?
It's
Yeah,
too early
right
to say
now.
that.
Nah,
Wow.
I don't think-
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
too
know.
early.
Not yet.
If he's an Eagle forever, he will be.
I don't know.
With this offense,
If he's an Eagle for the next 3 years and does almost what he's done,
been hurt.
maybe.
He was hurt too early.
Yeah,
in
he's
his
got-
career.
Way too early to say he's a Hall of
He
Fame.
never played a full season. This is the first year.
his
he's played a
first
full
season,
year.
his rookie
and he's
season.
not even played a full season because they're
if
not playing
if
him.
he
Sunday.
remains an Eagle, he will go into the Hall of Fame.
I'm with
If he
me.
puts up
Well,
numbers like
here's the
this,
thing now.
yeah.
What's his career
He's
yardage?
already
As long as was it Stalin is here,
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
Yeah.
he's already upset with the Eagles. He's already upset with
Well,
them.
you really
Who?
think he's that
He's already-
upset?
Saquon.
You really think he's that upset?
He's
about it?
yes. Yeah.
He's been a team first guy.
Saquon Barkley has
Stop.
7,000 yards rushing already, and he's only 27. Yes, he's getting an Hall of Fame. Yes.
I think it hurt him.
You think
I think it
it
hurt
took
him.
a little bit of him. Took a little bit.
4.7 yards average.
Especially-
It's as a running back, is it not the biggest
Oh.
record you can break?
He said it himself. He didn't come here to break records. He came here to win.
Well, did you saw the hit
That was the day
afterwards.
the day after he talked to Dad. Did you see that? He talked to his dad. His dad asked him about
He
it.
wants the record.
Well, then maybe he'll play
maybe
Sunday.
maybe they're all going to pull a fast one on us, and he runs out on the first
Especially
drive.
since Eric
And
Dickerson
see what
come out
they-
and say, I don't want you
Yeah,
to have the record.
and they see
Now
what he
I'm
does.
really-
But do you really? If Barkley said he really wanted, I think they'd let him play.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I do.
I think it was a Sirianni call.
I don't know.
But he
If
made the right
Sirianni
call.
couldn't make the
He
call.
made
He
the
was
right
talking.
call.
Yeah, I think.
That doesn't change the fact
He
that
was the adult in the room, as Kyle Brandt liked to say, and,
For once,
he made the right call.
He made the right call.
I can't believe you two after last year crying when AJ Brown got hurt.
AJ wasn't going for
a record.
one of the most
It was a meaningless
prestigious.
Broke his finger.
He wasn't going for
Sidney
one of the
Brown
most
tore his
prestigious
ACL.
NFL records.
Yes. Hurts like
Hurts got hurt.
Is Saquon
Sidney
breaks
Brown
the
tore
record?
his
Is it
ACL.
worth? All right. Is it worth? Is it
Absolutely.
Hold on.
He breaks the record. Absolutely.
Or Lamar?
You're crazy.
Absolutely.
You're crazy.
Absolutely.
What was your question?
If Saquon breaks the record, does he get MVP?
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
not
think he
getting.
does.
No, he's not getting it.
You've
either
seen
way.
a lot of people in national media saying that.
I
If
don't
he were to
think
get the
does
record,
either way.
he should get the
I
MVP.
think it was.
It's a 40-year-old record.
I think if the
still
Bengals get in
wasn't
the
getting
playoffs,
the
I think Burrow's
What
going to
more
get
can a running
MVP.
back do to get MVP if he doesn't do that?
Because it's not a running back award.
Do you think he would have got it if he broke the record?
Who's an
It's-
offensive player? of the
It's
year?
an all-player award. It just
No, but
happens to
I
go to
don't-
the
do you
quarterback
think-
every
I
year.
don't think they were giving
He
it.
should be.
But do you think they
McCaffrey
were
didn't
gonna
even
give
have
it?
MVP.
Tough.
Be honest.
But
But
McCaffrey didn't
what
break
more can a
records.
running back do?
Yeah,
There's
but he.
nothing else.
There's nothing more a running back can do.
I mean, I agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
like he's-
Adrian Peterson got it the 1 year, and
Yeah,
he didn't do that.
I think he's got to be up there.
Listen,
as a favorite.
I'm asking. So wait a
I don't
minute.
even think he gets off.
I'm still trying to understand.
Saquon?
You guys are.
What?
Yes, he is. He's
He's
great.
got-
he's gotta get that.
Why would
Player
it?
of the year.
It's
Oh
not
my
Joe
God.
Burrow.
I think it's
They don't. It's not
Oh
going to be a
my
QB.
God.
QBs don't.
5,000 yards. and almost
QBs
50
don't win
touchdowns.
offensive
If the
player of the
Bengals
year.
make the playoffs, Joe Burrow's going to get MVP.
No,
He
Burrow's
should.
not going to MVP.
He should.
He
Too many
should.
losses.
I'm saying,
If they make the
5,000
playoffs,
yards
he's
and
going to get
almost 50
MVP.
touchdowns.
QBs don't win offensive player of the
All
year.
right. Let me ask you
That's
something.
crazy,
You guys
bro.
are
I
telling
think
me.
he gets MVP.
Wait a minute. You guys are telling me you would risk the whole first team basically because you got to play your first starters over one guy's record.
Hurts is still in the concussion.
No, okay, but
protocol,
anybody
so-
else? You can't have like schmo wide receivers out blocking. You can't have a
Johnny
makeshift.
Wilson can block.
Okay, but you can't have a makeshift offensive line.
No, I agree. I hear
No,
you.
I'm not putting him
So
out there
you're
at the
putting
second line.
Jurgens, Dickerson. You're risking all them.
Yes.
They haven't had a bye since week 5. You care about a record
Lane-
and then being tired the next week.
Lane
and
Johnson
rolled
said-
by the cheeseheads.
Lane Johnson said they
Tired.
want a bye week.
Out
They
here,
don't.
you're
Right.
tired
They
and
don't.
stuff.
Lane
AJ
Johnson
Brown.
said they
AJ
don't
Brown
want to
said
play.
they rest the body.
Yeah,
they said
Lane
they don't want to
Johnson
play.
said.
He said they don't want to play.
And yeah,
Because ain't none of them going for no record.
Yeah.
but they're part
It
of
means
it.
something to the offensive line. You
Don't
guys
you
just
think
sat
that
here and
offense-
told us it means something to the offensive line too.
It
He's
does.
going to buy him more than a golf cart if that offensive line gets him a record.
Yeah.
He's going to buy them houses.
If AJ had a receiver touchdown record, he would want to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but
He's the
when
biggest
you
diva
play-
on the team.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
AJ
He's the
Brown.
biggest
Yeah,
diva on
let
the
him
team.
play.
Yeah, AJ is different.
Yeah, he would
AJ's
cry.
different.
But do you honestly think? Do you really
He's a
think?
diva.
Yeah, he's
Do you
different.
really think Saquon is upset with the
I
Eagles?
think so.
With
I
the
think a
Eagles?
little
He's
bit.
I
disappointed.
think he's disappointed.
He's
but-
not mad. He's
But he
disappointed.
Do you think he's going to be disappointed if they're
Yeah,
gonna
he
go to
wants
the
to-
No, he does.
He wants the
He
ring more
does.
than he wants the
So
record.
then, guess what? Why don't you break the
You know what,
all-time
Saquon?
record?
Saquon,
2,400 yards in the playoffs.
2496
24.96 is the total yards by Terrell Davis. Break that.
You can cry when you get one of these.
That- Fine, but I'd like to see him break the season rushing record too.
Dude, that would be more impressive.
Nah.
Your overall rushing record, including the playoffs, bringing Terrell Davis going over 2,500
Nah.
yards.
Has to.
It's
Nah.
not going to happen. This is his first time to the playoffs.
Nobody cares.
Terrell Davis was in the playoffs 4 years in a
No.
row.
I'm talking about in the one season, 2,496 yards total is the record.
Oh, and I thought you meant the playoff record. I was like,
I've got
yeah.
one that'll switch Smitty's head. If Hurts was going for a touchdown record.
No,
Ooh.
no, you
Oh.
can't risk it.
All right.
You can't risk
He
it.
And you
was
can't play scared
He's
either.
one touchdown away though from
Dude.
the record.
What? So what's the difference?
Smitty,
last
he's
year?
break-
breaking
one
Tom
touchdown
Brady's record.
No.
He's
Smitty.
one touchdown away from the record.
Saquon's probably going to get the Davis record. He's at basically 2,300 already.
No, isn't it? Isn't it
You said it was.
rushing?
Didn't you say all total yards?
No,
I
2,496
Total
rushing.
total rushing yards for the
Never
season.
mind. I thought you said
Palmer
total
said,
yards.
Nobody
Eric
cares
Dickerson
about
was
that.
going against plumbers and union workers 40 years ago.
So Palmer says that Saquon's got it already. Is that what he's saying?
I mean,
No, he's agreeing that don't play him. He thinks it's stupid.
yeah, I
I
think
totally agree.
if we win the Super Bowl, you guys aren't going to care about the record.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right?
Saquon wants the
You
ring.
can cry
more
about
than
the
You know
the
who will, though?
Super Bowl on Broad Street.
Saquon.
No,
Not
he
if-
won't.
If he
Yes,
wins
he
the
will.
Super
No, he
Bowl, he
won't.
won't
Oh
care.
my,
Dude, you
Jim-
know what I'm saying?
Jim's
Hey,
playing
Giants.
Giants.
Hey, Giants.
He'd be like, if I got another half and a Super Bowl,
Yo, who's playing to the crowd? This is Joe Giglio right now.
Yeah, you're
You
training.
were
You're-
all
you're
in the
doing it on
chat
purpose.
this week. I understand now. You're trying to.
This
now you're
was
trying
Jim.
to tell us
I
something.
understand why
I
they're
don't do
doing it,
that. What do you
but
mean?
I don't necessarily
Yeah,
agree
you
with it.
are.
He's cooking it up.
You're trying to
I
cook
don't
it
do
up.
that. I don't do that.
You do. You're cooking it up. You're trying to get audience.
Believe 100%.
Take a poll. How many people in there? How many people in our audience think he should go for the record?
All
Can
of
you
them.
put up a poll
All
on
of
the audience?
None of them did.
And
Going back.
in the comments and vote.
No, I can't do that.
Right decision or wrong decision.
He can do it on his Twitter, and I guarantee you, Nate, if you put it up, how many people would say don't go for the record?
No, he can put it on his Twitter.
No, but I'm just saying.
We can put it
we
on
all
Twitter.
did.
We
I'm
can
just
put it on
saying.
Twitter.
How many people you really think would say go for the record?
It was
I think it's like
50-50.
no. Somebody.
I saw 73.
I think it was-
27 on WIP. 73 27.
That what?
I am.
Said go for it or no?
I think it's gonna be a tough
I said go for it or no?
I'm more worried about Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm more worried about Green Bay than
Yeah,
the
you
record.
need a healthy team for the playoffs.
Now he's agreeing that Green Bay's a tough
I never said
No, he
that.
didn't
Well, I
say
literally
that.
said that I thought it'd be a tough.
We'll get to that later.
No, well, we
We'll
might
get to
not
that.
even. Dallas
never
might
s-
help us out. Jaden Daniels turns the corner.
You want to play
Snap
Washington?
and Nate.
You want to play Washington?
Yeah,
Don't say that.
Why? It's
RG3.
I mean, the only person that can go down for us
See,
is
he's
Tanner.
wishing injuries
The
on
sound-
others.
The
but-
sound effect. Like he snaps.
RG3. Snip, snip.
Oh,
All right.
Still haven't cursed this whole show.
What else do we have?
Let's not talk about before though.
That's all right. I said for 25, I'm not cursing on the show.
That's bullshit.
You probably
Quarterback
cursed the
quarterback
year-
controversy.
since midnight.
Quarterback
Yes.
controversy.
I
I
think-
mean, the offense was fluid.
I think Tanner should be
Moved.
the backup.
I think Tanner
You guys
should be
can
the
try
starter
again. You guys
He's
can
the
try again.
starter.
going into the playoffs. I mean, this is the best thing
He
for us,
throws a
right?
good ball.
Backup quarterback is the best thing for us in the playoffs.
I think Tanner should be the backup. Pickett's more athletic with his legs, but Tanner can look to read it.
Swing it.
The
He can
Mormon
read it.
missile.
Yeah, Mormon missile. Secret's out. He can sling it, and he throws a good ball. And he was feeding Devontae and AJ.
I'm saying it tongue in cheek, but the offense did.
If
It moved with no.
Saquon broke the record with him, or broke 2,000 yards with him.
I'm gonna say ain't no record is broke
Nah.
yet, dude.
Defense looked good. CJ, couple
CJ.
picks, couple fights at the end of the game.
Yes.
Yeah, right in front of us.
Cindy
Was there any
Brown.
Cowboys fans in the stands? I didn't.
There
see a
were
lot of
there were
them.
very few. There were not that many.
There were
They
more
don't- they
fans
don't-
of other
They're all
people.
back in their cocoons because Cowboys stink.
Yeah, there weren't. I didn't see many
There were more fans of other teams.
shirts.
Really?
Yeah, we saw some.
Saw a Chuba Hubbard jersey.
Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, I saw somebody wearing a Bills jacket.
Hey, was this a violation? Barkley jersey split in half.
Oh, Penn State.
No,
Giants.
Giants and Eagles.
Yes, it's a violation.
How bad is that?
That's a
You
major
should've
violation.
Slapped that person.
Woman
Like,
should be
ah,
slapped in her neck.
can't
That's what
slap
you were
her.
gonna say. That's DJ's words, not mine.
You tell the woman next to you, hey, go
Slap her in her
that
neck.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Palmer
an
made a
interesting jersey.
Good point.
What's Palmer?
The 1984 Rams lost the first round of the wild card.
Oh, was Dickerson too fatigued?
No.
Was he too beat
No,
up?
you know what we used? No. See, no. Seeing as I'm the only one here that was old enough to remember that time, that era.
That was 7.
Eric
I think
Dickerson,
Palmer's talking.
their
shit. They didn't-
offense stunk in those days. We used to say about their offense, it was Eric Dickerson left, Eric Dickerson right, Eric Dickerson up the middle, because that's all they had.
That's not good.
That's all they
You
had.
can't be saying that these days.
So don't give me that bullshit, Palmer, about
Watch your mouth.
I didn't make any promises not to curse.
Why don't we be a clean program?
We
As Smitty goes to get a drink.
Yeah.
Anything else for the Eagles game?
Yeah. Personal success is not as important as team success.
close the door and lock it, will you?
Deke, let me ask you something. No, let me get you.
I'm going to the second quarter.
Hold on.
It's done.
CYO playoffs. No. Your kid has a chance. Best scorer. Are you letting them play if the game means nothing?
Yes.
You got the toughest game. He's got a little bit of a knee injury. He's sore. You're going to let him go for the record.
Yeah.
Kids.
He let DJ play every minute he wanted.
No, he didn't.
What DJ?
I wasn't going to answer that question.
You guys all talk about in the chat, like, it's why you always worried about one player, Smitty? It's not just Hurts. Now you guys are basically saying it's the Philadelphia Barclays.
I mean, it is.
I
mean, without him.
Right, but you want to risk a Super Bowl run for a personal accolade. That's what you're telling me. All of
No.
this. Yeah. Yes, you are.
I want to play
All right,
football.
how would you feel?
Like he's paid to
how would
play.
you feel if-
Lose.
And maybe
How
he
would
gets-
you feel if he's running, he gets the record, but on that run, somebody from New York chop blocks Lane Johnson?
How are you going to feel
He's
if
done.
the game one of the wild card because they blew their chances of getting the number 1 seed in the bye? If somebody blows out a knee, that's important.
Dude,
But
the chances, at least they made it.
what's the chances? The
At
chances
least they
aren't up or
went into the
down.
Playoffs healthy. You're giving them the best chance
You
possible.
don't win any games without Saquon.
And you don't win without Lane Johnson, and you're
Yeah.
gonna have to play him. Look at the team's record. Yo, what's the team's record without Lane Johnson? Let's say Lane got hurt, but they go for the record.
Very little to a lot of losses.
Didn't he miss 2 games this year? Lane?
No, he missed one.
Was it only one?
He didn't miss the full game. Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
the
Lane
Bucks
was-
No, that was Nailata that was hurt, not Lane.
It was a bad team. We beat out the Browns or somebody. It was like Cleveland.
Oh, that's when Jim was saying that even though we won after the bye, that we should fire Nick and we're done. We still should.
That was when we were 2-2.
Oh, yeah, we played pretty
and
bad
it was
that
looking
game.
bad.
Yeah, we played like shit
And
against
then,
the
and then
Browns.
we went on a roll.
We won
Jalen.
10 in a row. No big deal.
But it's funny. She's like,
All right, well, you guys don't like football players, like ballerinas. I'm fine with it.
Let's get
Quarter.
You should pull up that chat. Hey guys, I'm just messing. I really don't think they should go. For
All right, second quarter. Who stinks? This is who stunk last
I
weekend.
don't know.
The Bengals defense stunk. Shador Sanders, Slay,
How about Genty?
Eagles D,
Better have that.
the refs, the Eagles, Kyle Pitts, Michael
Eagles
Penix,
stink.
Falcons, and Micah Parsons. No,
Wait,
that
he
that
said-
just shows the progression
Wait,
of the
He
game.
said Patrick Mahomes. Always.
He did say
Yeah,
it last
Patrick
week.
Mahomes always stinks.
He always puts that.
Oh, I say he sucks.
Oh, you said the Eagles stink.
I say
We all
Shador,
did it. One-
Shador
at the very beginning
Sanders.
of
He did. The first drive he
I know
did.
you
Yeah.
said the Eagles stink.
Shador Sanders.
I said that. I definitely said that. I'll own that.
I probably said Kyle Pitts. I don't like
I said it, I think.
Michael Penis.
I was me. That was me. I know that.
Definitely stinks too. All right, Deke. This day in sports.
This is
Oh,
We're going into
man.
halftime.
Who
You
won
couldn't wait for halftime to go get a
Who
drink,
won the
right?
Fiesta
I-
Bowl on this day in
I-
1987?
I will say this is a fairly, other than bowl games, this is
27-17.
fairly.
14-10. Who they beat?
Miami. Vinny Testaverde.
Was that
Absolutely.
Yes, that's legit.
You knew you were in college.
No,
97.
87.
I was 10 years old.
10 years old.
This is a fairly weak day when it comes to sports history, other than bowl games.
Your dad. And beat us a dislocated eyebrow.
So 1965, the New York Jets signed future Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Namath to a $427,000 contract over 3 years. At the time, a pro football record for payment.
Scumbag. Did you take the last iced tea and leave the bag there?
Yeah.
You jacket.
I was setting you up. Why did you look for one?
Maybe, but
Hey!
In 1966,
Jim, that's what I did too.
the NFL League Championship was played at Green Bay, where the Packers beat the Browns 23-12, making it the first NFL title game televised in color. The last one played before the Super Bowl era. This date, 1987, Smitty, any idea what happened?
Penn State.
What happened?
Didn't they? They
just
I don't know. Did they?
I
We
don't
just
know.
said it.
They won a national championship.
Against?
Georgia.
No. Score.
Miami.
Score.
A lot to a little.
No.
20 to
14-10.
All right. I'm not saying it's-
Who is the quarterback for the Miami Hurricanes?
We just said it too.
Who was their defensive line? Their star defensive lineman?
For the Hurricanes?
Huh?
For the Hurricanes?
Yeah.
No idea.
Oh, my God. Jerome Brown.
No, all right. I'm not paying.
Vinny Testaverde was the quarterback.
All right, great. Not paying attention.
Convicts versus criminals?
That was the national
This one's for you, Smith. 1989, the 18th Fiesta Bowl. Number 1, Notre Dame beats number 3, West Virginia, 34-21 for the national title.
They used to rotate.
It was one of the first years that it was a national title.
What was it?
Fiesta Bowl.
What was the other one that Penn State?
And
Fiesta Bowl?
last but certainly not least, in 2023, Buffalo Bills player DeMar Hamlin collapses in cardiac arrest, is revived by CPR on the field in a televised NFL game against the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Why would you put that
I don't know
on
if
there?
that's
Because it was
sports. It happened.
it was a fairly important thing that happened.
Where were you when DeMar Hamlin died?
On my
I was
couch
sitting down
watching.
here watching it.
I don't even know where I was.
I think I was on Xbox.
Yeah, you were definitely on Xbox. I think I was on.
Like I said,
Probably
fairly
not.
weak day in
Weekday.
sports.
You know, you
All right.
wasted all that paper. You could have put it up on your phone.
You scrapped it to
All right.
math.
Moving into the third.
problem.
You have an OG versus AI question, or are we going to skip it and just go right to our? We could go right to our top 24 stories.
You can go to your top.
Top stories of 2024. Who's got one?
Diddy.
Diddy. I was
That's
talking
good.
sports, but you want to go. You want to go Diddy parties?
That's
Go
a
ahead.
big one. That's a big one.
Did he?
I got maybe the
The
biggest
biggest story of 2024.
Maybe.
Sports or just general?
sports.
All
NIL taking over college sports.
Oh,
It's caused how many coaches now to leave?
that's a good one.
A handful, and they were all big names.
Big names. Yep. And it's caused other coaches to leave to go to different schools because of NIL money.
You're right.
Did it start in 2024 now?
I feel like
No.
This year it's really
But
starting to impact.
yeah, it's the most impactful year.
OG versus AI. Is that a segment now?
That is a segment.
Yeah, I was supposed to. I always fail at this. I'm supposed to look up a question like AI generated.
He always
gotta
fails the
answer
assignment. Every week he's like, "Oh, I'm doing that."
it. Yeah.
Yeah, do you
All right, I got some U.S. men's basketball gold. Big story for
That
2024.
was a good one. That was a great
Big-
game.
big-
too.
big one, big
Great
one,
game.
big one.
Steph Curry was vintage. Steph Curry.
Shohei Ohtani, 50-50 club.
Gambling.
MVP?
What about the gambling story?
One. That's all right. I mean,
Alleged.
Yeah, right. My butt.
And Penn State's allegedly going to win the national championship.
Celtics winning their
No.
NBA
No.
leading 18th championship.
No.
And the Sixers. I thought the Sixers were going to win.
For OG versus AI.
Florida Panthers winning their first Stanley Cup.
Nope, not a good one either.
No?
Any team where you can wear shorts comfortably in January and February should not exist.
I got an OG
You
versus
got an
AI.
OG versus AI.
And then I have a theme of the time of the year. Where was New Year's first celebrated?
Is that the question?
Yes. Where?
Like every year, where?
Where was it first acknowledged?
Globally or in the United States?
He already forgets the answer.
Globally. No, I know.
Yeah, you have to give
Ireland.
I mean, no,
No.
I'm going to say
I know.
I don't even know how you say that name.
Oh yeah. I mean, all right. I should say historically, where was it first? Where
Dude,
was
can
it
you get a
first?
timer for him?
I'm going to say ancient Athens, Greece.
No. Mesopotamia.
Oh,
That was close.
Mesopotamia.
I was close.
I was my next guess.
And what
Right
what's
down the
the,
street.
Yeah, that's
Right down the street.
what did they give a year?
You want a quarter?
You guys
Did they give a year?
What?
Do they give a year?
2000 BCE.
Wow.
BCE?
Yeah, I don't know.
Before the common era.
I thought it was before
They-
Christ.
They don't do that anymore.
Why?
Why?
BC was
Leave
before
Christ and
Christ.
Christmas.
Seriously.
BC is before the common era
That's so dumb.
Yeah, I don't-
because it's
Nerds ruin
there are
everything.
religious overtones in BC. So
Nerds ruin everything.
All right. Well, back to our top 24 stories, but first I want to acknowledge Michael Palmer agreed with me that baseball records are stupid.
All right, dude.
They are.
Palmer, I give you a lot of credit. So you're going to ruin it now.
Roman.
Saquon was a big story. Saquon leaving the Giants.
He
going
was.
to a
well, that part,
division
yes.
rival
Hey, dude.
and the hurdle.
You were a jerk. I'm getting some good info.
I'm a
here.
jerk.
Sorry.
I mean, no, not the first to tell me that. Nate. Phil's lost to the Mets.
All right, why is
Division
that story?
series?
No, that's not a big story, dude.
No.
Jared McCain. Jared McCain's a
TikTok
wonderful
boy,
story.
That's not a story.
Wonderful
None of
story.
these are
No,
top
it's tough.
24.
It's a wonderful life.
How about PG signing with the Sixers?
Yeah, ass. Give me McCain.
Yeah,
But,
30
wait,
last
what
night,
about,
dog.
what about the
100
American
something.
Mitch
girl?
Koff.
Yeah, 30. Mitch
What
Koff.
about, what about
Caitlin?
The American, no,
Oh my god.
the
She's an
gymnast,
American
was
girl.
it the track star? Where she won
Oh,
the medal.
oh.
She won the medal, and then they took it away.
Oh no, that was Jordan Childs. That was gymnastics.
Was it gymnastics? Yeah. And then did she get it back?
No.
That wasn't a big story because I don't remember.
Simone Biles.
You don't remember?
I thought you were talking about Simone Biles.
Simone Biles. What she win? She broke a record.
She the most medals for
I think the most medals of
women or
How
overall?
about Captain
Palmer.
French dunking on Captain America in the Olympics?
That's true.
Yeah, I was selling.
French Dr. J.
That's right.
All
Wait,
over
what else?
LeBron.
Palmer's got a good comment here.
What did he say?
Big story: rebuilding of Notre Dame Cathedral. Same year the Irish making a run.
For a little karma.
He's a Louisville fan too. He's
Is he a Notre Dame fan?
No, he's a
I'll-
Louisville fan.
I think he might be a Notre Dame fan.
He's,
Yeah.
he's a little bit of both, but I think he pulls for Louisville.
Palmer mentioned the Flyers. Did I say Mitchkoff?
He did say
I'll say
Yep.
it again.
Mitch
Mitchkoff. Great.
How about the Eagles?
Oh, here's a big one.
They lost to Tampa Bay.
Saquon?
I mentioned Saquon. Welcome to the show.
I'm just kidding. I was being
Oh
sarcastic.
my god, I just lost it.
Oh, Prep winning another.
You're going to say the
state
Chiefs
title?
back to back? Chiefs back to back Super Bowl champions? When's the last
Yeah.
time you had
Wait,
a
I
back
have one.
No.
to back
I have
Super Bowl
one.
champion?
St. Joe's Prep
I got another
three-peating.
one. I got another
Three.
one. Joe-
Three-peating.
Joe choking at the Palestra.
Oh.
What?
Joe choking at the Palestra.
Another choke job at
Back
the
to
Palestra.
back.
They're just kids.
Back to back Sorber job.
How
Wow.
about Don Soto breaking the record for most money ever for a professional athlete over soccer players? That's pretty significant when you think about it.
Soccer stupid.
Soccer is stupid, but pretty significant.
More over soccer players? I don't think so.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, somebody
Look it
just
up.
got paid like $1
Look
million.
it up. Look it up.
$1 billion.
Look it up. Look it up.
Oh, look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
All
What
right.
else in 24? Come on, there's better stuff than that. We're missing stuff.
R.I.P.
Are we?
R.I.P. Pete Rose, Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pete Rose is a big story.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Does he
Dikembe,
get in?
too.
Does he finally get in now that he's gone?
Shoeless Joe isn't. I don't think Pete does.
Well, Pete was a better player than Shoeless Joe.
I don't know about
Dude,
that.
Franco Harris died in 24.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
It was last year. The year. I mean,
No, it
2023,
wasn't.
wasn't it?
No, Franco
last
Harris
Was
was
it?
last year.
Oh, okay.
Who else? Who else? It was important.
Lots of people.
A lot of people died. Wow.
Dude, well, I think one of the best networks in town's on now. CT ESPN.
That's true.
That
the
started in
Cracker Awards.
2024. Yeah, dude, I'm not saying that, but AB, if you don't follow Antonio Brown and CT ESPN,
Oh,
yeah.
you're missing
Your
out.
dad just mentioned
Yeah,
Bill
he
Berge.
Bill Berge's a good one.
R.I.P. Bill Berge.
Yeah.
Although we just saw him this past weekend. He came back from the dead.
Bill Berge?
Our cousin wore a Bill Berge jersey on Sunday, so he joked.
Thought maybe he was haunting you.
Nah.
All right.
Quignon. Cooper.
Could we have 3 Rookie of the Years? I think we talked about that.
No, because
Yeah, because
not
Mitchell.
anymore.
Yeah,
I don't think Mitchkoff's going to get it, is he?
I don't even
He's
think,
second in the league.
I don't
right
even
now
think
for
Quignon's
points.
gonna get it now.
Quignon's not getting it.
Yeah, he's got to get an interception.
Well, no,
Well,
after allowing-
CJ
should have had one
Stop
last
taking
week.
him.
Well, now he's not playing this week, right? He shouldn't play.
Yeah,
Why not?
might go for the record. Go for the defensive player of the year over Super Bowl.
Get Bradbury out there.
Yeah.
If every player on that team, I got to look at the jersey twice and go, who's that? If they aren't on the field, I'm going to be pissed. If there's a single starter that plays on Sunday.
Cooper DeJean's going to
Well,
start.
some are gonna have to play.
Yes,
Why?
'cause
Then we're
they're
gonna
not
lose
Yes.
up
Then
there.
Then we're going to lose our
You're
punt
right,
return.
Brody. Some of them are
Sirianni
going to have to
says
play.
Some have to.
Ah, that's not right. That's not right.
Well, we don't
What if
have
what if
enough depth.
what if Cooper breaks his ankle on the punt return?
That's tough. Well, we got Bradbury back.
And we got Britton Covey coming back.
Well, we
Or
got
no,
Kenny, we
Covey's
got
done
Kenny
for the year.
Gainwell backing
It
up
is.
Saquon. So what are you guys worried about?
Isaiah Rodgers returning kicks.
I want to give Vern Lowe a shout out. He's mentioning, how about Ryan winning the PCL
yeah,
Blue with 30
yeah.
kids in football?
No big deal. No big deal. That's what we
cares?
do. We
Who
build
cares?
champions.
PCL Blue is like the little giant.
We build champions.
Congratulations.
Academy Road. Learn about it.
Uh,
That's where
All right,
champions
great.
are housed.
All right. Do we want to go back and visit some of our predictions before the season
That's
starts?
a go.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one.
I have the best takes.
Oh, I know my Dotson's off, but my Barkley was good.
We won't even mention your Dotson. We
Not
already
even
talked
on
about
it.
your Dotson. Their Dotson was horrible.
Oh,
You write these down? Of course
I do take notes.
Why didn't we write them down today?
Did you give us like?
What was I taking down today?
Wait,
I
did
don't
we
know.
say
We didn't have
defensive
any
player?
things.
Because I think I
Yeah,
said
we
Carter.
did.
we did for a lot.
All right. We had
Deke said Eagles MVP would be Rick Lovato.
offense.
Hold on, listen.
There we go.
Here we go. Listen.
Offensive player of the year. Team to be was Jamar Chase when he was thought. Offensive player of the year, not
All right,
MVP.
that's actually not
Nate
bad.
Nate had Josh Allen for offensive player
Not
of the year.
bad.
Okay.
Defensive player of the year.
Oh,
we
this
all
one's
said
bad.
Myles Garrett.
Well, we lost that.
MVP. There was 1 for Burrow, 4 for Hurts,
And Brock Purdy.
and 1 for Purdy.
Oh my God!
What?
Nate, you said
Yeah.
Brock.
Wow.
Damn! No,
Nate,
dude.
you said-
Woo!
No, you wrote that shit.
Ah.
Brock Purdy?
Yeah, you did. You were telling us about San Fran all time.
Nate doesn't know ball.
All right.
Nate doesn't. You said you don't know ball.
All right, here we go. For the AFC, to win the AFC, we had Brody and DJ had Cincinnati.
Oof. That was
Yeah, that was
Smitty had Houston.
That's bad.
Jeez.
Me and Deke had Baltimore, looking strong.
They didn't win the AFC.
They didn't win yet.
And Nate had KC, looking strong there.
Yeah.
NFC, we all had the Eagles,
Oh my!
except for Nate, who had San Fran.
Oh, jeez, you're all over San Fran, dude.
I repeat, Nate doesn't know ball.
Well, wait.
Does he
Nate
make a
does know
comeback?
ball.
He makes a comeback.
AFC East,
Nate.
a bunch of dummies had the Jets. I don't know how any of you believe in
I said-
Aaron
I said the
Rodgers.
Bills.
After all, you did not say the Bills.
Oh, I say the
I
Bills.
said the Bills, and Nate said the
Who
Bills.
did I say
The rest of us said the Jets.
DJ, Smitty, Deke, Brody.
Wow.
Right here. All
Wow.
said the Jets.
Yes.
All said the Jets.
Why?
You filled that in later after the show.
Bunch of dope.
I don't think I got any. I don't think I got any divisions right.
The NFC North, we all had Detroit,
Oh, this one's
except
bad.
for Smitty, who had Green Bay.
Look at this one.
Which could have been right if
All right, no,
if
okay.
he wasn't right.
AFC North, we had, it looks like most of us had the Ravens. Smitty had the Bengals. Nate had the Browns.
Oh, wow.
AFC North.
Okay, Nate also had New Orleans.
AFC
I know.
South.
I know Nate had New
Dude,
Orleans.
you had
I
a
know.
bad one.
And Nate had
Who?
the Saints.
AFC South, a lot of Houston. I had Indy. Deke had Jacksonville.
Oh my God.
So wait, isn't Houston in?
I went out on a limb on
Yeah,
that one.
Houston's in, so relax.
I had
So my prediction of a Super Bowl is not off yet.
Dude, they stink.
Yeah,
they're not
Great,
winning.
but it's
They're
a-
not winning the AFC, let alone a Super Bowl.
All right.
well, why not?
AFC South, Atlanta, except for Brody, who had Tampa. AFC West, Kansas City, except for Smitty, who had the Chargers.
Which isn't horrible.
NFC
It's-
West.
it
I
is-
just wanted something different. 'cause you
We
got-
all had the NFC West, except for me and Smitty, who had the Rams.
The Niners- no, we didn't.
Idiots.
To
We
win
had
the
the
West.
Rams, dude.
Oh.
How would they won the West?
Yeah, idiot.
Yeah, you had the Niners.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Wait, did I get any
And
wild
then we all had
cards
the
right?
Eagles for the NFC East.
Wild cards, I think I got some right.
Did we do
I don't think we
No,
No, I
had.
thought we did.
We only did the Niners.
Yeah, I think we only did division.
We had team offensive players of the year and defensive player of
Yeah,
the
go
year.
over those.
All right,
Do
so
you have any good Eagles predictions? Like our
for the
stats?
team offense, yeah, the stats. I had them 14-3, Brody 15-2, Smitty 13-4,
Wow, Jim, 14 and
Deke
3.
12-5, DJ 12-5, Nate 12-5.
Jim, that could finish 14 and 3.
Jim knows ball.
So, or
Hey,
they,
I've been saying it for years. I don't need to keep pumping my chest.
They finished 13-4. Then it's me.
The Eagles offensive player of the year, I had Saquon, Brody had Lane, Smitty had Smitty, Deke had Hurts, DJ had Cam.
Huh?
Remember?
Jurgens.
Who? What?
Jurgens.
And
That's next
And
level.
Nate had
Dude, that's
Saquon.
a good one.
That's next level.
That's actually a good one. That's next level.
Football center.
Defensive player of the year, I had Q, Brody had Carter, Smitty had Q, Deke Carter, DJ N'Kobe,
Oh, I got
and Nate CJ.
Carter's definitely the defensive player of the year, though.
MVP, Hurts across the board, except for Nate, who had Saquon.
I had the best one
That's
here.
No ball.
That's
That's ball. Must know something.
Comeback player of the year, I had Dallas, Brody had N'Kobe,
I had the best one.
Smitty had Nolan,
No!
Deke had Jordan, DJ had
So who wins
the
that?
punter, man,
So who wins that? Wait, so
and
who
Nate had Hurts.
So who wins that?
I had the best one, I think.
Comeback player of the year?
Wait a minute,
I
dude.
said N'Kobe.
He said
I
no
said-
one.
N'Kobe or
Dude,
Nolan?
N'Kobe.
All right.
It's close.
Georgia Dogs.
It's close.
Yeah, that no.
What else you got for us? That's it?
That was it for predictions.
What
You
about the
skipped
chat?
like
we
What
got-
about-
you
what about
skipped
the
50
chat?
pages.
Yeah,
You went from here to.
because this is show
What
stuff.
about the chat?
We might add more
We
predictions.
didn't have more predictions.
We
We
got
gotta-
more, right?
We don't know the thing.
Right.
We didn't have Super Bowl?
A few more we talked about.
What do you have?
Josh Sweat, sacks. The
Just-
prediction was 9.
Ooh.
He had
He's got
1.5 called back.
What's he at?
Is he playing this week?
No.
He had 1.5 called back.
He's not playing.
Nolan,
Might have to.
the prediction was 8. He's got 6.5.
He won't play either.
Dotson, he's got 12 catches and 122 yards. So he's just a little off. He'll play. He's not a starter. He'll play.
He just needs
He's
400
gonna-
yards
he'll
and
play,
7
actually.
touchdowns.
I don't even think he's going to play.
The biggest disappointment, Josh Huff, 2.5 sacks.
Yeah.
What I say?
Who's
I said
Josh Huff?
Horrible.
Josh
Bryce
Huff, our
Huff.
kicker
Bryce
returner?
Huff. Whatever.
Who said under on that?
Yeah, but you also were
Who
singing.
said under
He's
on
been
that?
singing a
This is
Son Ryan's
horrible.
praise. He's got a half
Who
a sack.
said under on
What is
that?
this?
I'll take a song
We'll
back.
give you that, but you said it sounded right.
I would
He had
take
a
a
half
song
sack,
back.
though.
We want to mention Nolan Smith.
Played the last 10 games.
Smitty. We want to mention Nolan Smith.
I said it.
No,
I know. It's still
to him.
I did
Tell
mention
me
it.
what? I said under.
Nolan Smith.
What about him?
They came down
He's
this year.
doing pretty damn good.
You think so?
Whatever.
Yeah.
He took 6.5 sacks.
It was 8. He's got 6.5.
It's better than half a sack.
Yeah, he's done pretty good.
Yeah, but that's a big bump from what he was doing before.
Fumble recovery.
Six
Oh,
and a half
fumble
sacks in
recovery is
17 games.
Set.
Didn't he have a
I
couple
don't think
forced
that's that
fumbles?
good.
Yeah, but compared to what he's done in the
Has
past,
he gotten better? Yes.
yes.
But is he good? No.
I think he's good.
Nate,
6.5 sacks
Nate.
for a starter.
He's getting a lot of love.
Is 6.5 sacks for a starter good?
With
Yes
this
or no?
defense, it is.
Yes. For this defense, it is.
I mean, we have the number one ranked defense, so we must be doing
Is
something
How many
right.
six and a half
As a-
sacks good?
How
How many,
his
does
first year.
how many does Carter have?
I don't know.
Like 4?
But he's a tackle. Tackles
That's-
don't get.
Is that good?
That's
for a
why I'm
starter?
asking.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I'm asking.
Is that good?
If
for a
your
starter?
interior defensive
interior
lineman
defensive
has
lineman,
more
yes.
than your edge,
Oh, now all of a sudden you're not.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is Joe Gilliam.
Wait, so
Get
what's-
out of here
what's
tonight.
good
Get
for a
out
starter?
of here.
a starting
Get out of
edge,
here.
starting edge.
How much?
Howard Eskin.
So Mike is not having a
But
good year?
as a
Mike didn't play 16 games.
Nate,
17 games.
for a second
And he
year,
made the Pro Bowl anyway.
It's on ready because they
second
hit
year
for
though,
second.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marshall made the Pro Bowl.
Son Reddick has half.
I'm not saying he's doing great, but I'm saying as a
I'm-
second year
he's
jump,
doing-
it's a pretty good jump
He's
for a
doing,
second.
he's doing better.
If he
but-
gets to 10 or 11
But you
next
guys are
year,
acting like this guy is really good. He's 6.5 sacks in 17 games. Ain't good. It's not.
As a rotational for his first year
He
starting,
didn't-
that's
he
pretty
didn't
good.
start until.
And he's a first round talent. I don't know what y'all thinking.
I think he's a good.
Like I
player.
said, give him 4 years.
Yeah, but we're-
Wait, BG
yeah, but we're not
So
even-
next year, if he goes to 10, what would
Man,
you
the
say?
Wasn't
scapegoat for
BG
BG is bullshit. I
No,
hate that
come-
conversation. He's nothing like BG.
But wasn't he
Not even
counted
close.
out?
No, I'm
You
not
know what
saying-
BG was in Michigan?
No, but
BG
until.
was a monster.
You know how good Nolan Smith was at Georgia?
Not like BG, bro.
No, he wasn't.
He's not even close to
Nolan Smith was hurt a lot.
You said he reminded you of like Trent Cole, didn't you?
how he rushes the passer.
Oh, come
That's-
on, Penn State.
Who does?
But Trent was what?
I had them minus
Third
6.5.
round
They're
pick, I
gonna
think?
lose.
They're losing to Northwestern.
Check it out.
I don't know.
They're,
He
they're
wasn't.
only up 2 with
Smitty,
5
what
seconds
was
left.
Trent? Third, fifth round, somewhere there?
I think it was
Northwestern
third or fourth.
forced
He
it.
might have actually been fifth. You're right, Cincinnati. I don't remember.
And then it took a while for Trent to come.
But if Nolan goes to 10 next year, then you would say
Exactly. So it could take a while
So
for.
he's got.
I would eat everything you say, but I would also say it took him 3 years to do it.
Well, that's
As
kind
a
of.
first round talent?
But that's dude. This. if you
This
think
is
about
like
it,
his
guys
first
don't do
real
it.
year,
This
though.
is his first year really starting.
Yeah, keep saying
Yeah.
it.
He didn't play a lot last
He
year,
played.
Dude, Derek Barnett had more snaps than him.
Okay. Yeah.
and Derek.
And he got traded halfway through the year or whatever.
What we think
Nolan
about
Smith
do we
is-
think Derek Barnett is good?
Smith didn't start till Huff went down.
Like you're comparing him to Derek Barnett. Like is that a good
No,
comparison?
we're saying he had
We're
more
saying he didn't
snaps.
play.
His rookie year, he was hurt. He had an injury in training
He played,
camp.
though.
He didn't play a lot, dude. He played like
he didn't
8% of the snaps. He came.
I mean, if you guys are happy with minute accuracy, you might-
I mean,
I
I'm happy
We're
with
not
the number
even.
one defense.
We're not
I
even near
got
his
it written
peak.
down
What are
somewhere.
you gonna do if he explodes in the playoffs?
I'm gonna be cheering and buying a Nolan Smith. I'm gonna be right on the bandwagon.
Just like these ones are. No,
Just like a LaSalle guy.
These are just like these guys with Penn
I'm
State.
not gonna lie. If he helps us
No,
to Broad
Nate,
Street, I'm gonna
Nate.
buy Nolan Smith 92 replicas.
I bought a
Nate,
Freddie
this is
Mitchell
like-
jersey.
Nate.
As soon as that 4th and 26, I went out the next
Nate.
day and bought a Freddie Mitchell jersey.
Just so you know,
I'm
you-
not gonna. Absolutely, I did.
All of a sudden, they're buying Ohio Penn State. I've been the only one riding with them all year. Now they're trying to convince me. Am I right or wrong?
So why are you
But
trying
he's
to
also been
back
riding with
off?
him since 1992,
Yeah.
That's true.
and can't look.
He's
You
loyal.
can't take the glasses off.
That's the one thing about Smitty. He is loyal.
Loyal.
First of all, I look at the. I've been telling you for 3 years that Allard eventually and Singleton were both going to be studs. It takes time. You're not a stud right away.
You should be.
No,
I would
I mean-
be.
you're not a stud.
I would be. That's just me, though.
You're not a stud.
That's just me.
I believe in you, DJ.
Thank you,
You
Jim.
should have went like this. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah, you ain't no stud.
All right, let's end on predictions for 2025.
Oh,
Give us some
boy.
predictions.
Joe Biden dies.
Jesus.
Coming out strong.
What the hell? Whose kid is this?
We're
I like it.
Coming
Joe
out
Biden
strong.
dies. Write that one down, Jim.
I'm writing it down.
Write it
Jesus.
down.
No, that's-
Goddamn.
I mean, it's not
a big
It's not a bad prediction.
It's not out of the.
End the show.
It's certainly not out of the realm of possibilities.
I can't even.
Wait, are you gonna say James Travis?
I wasn't even asking for a death pool. I was just.
I give you one. I'm going with Brody.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, put me down.
It's on
Joe
me,
Biden
too.
down.
Yeah, what's the
You can't top
over-under?
that one.
What's the over-under?
Yeah.
Is that plus money?
June.
Plus or minus June. What's the?
I'm good with that one. You can write me
That's
down for that.
hilarious.
Jesus.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Poppy enjoyed that. He said, good.
He came flying out of the gates with that.
Jesus.
Uh,
I meant like the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, but sure,
That
want to go right
happened,
to
we're
that.
going right to politics.
Sports related.
It could be sports related.
James
It could be
Franklin wins a national title.
Franklin wins a natty.
Jesus. And I'm not gonna say it. I can't. If I say his name, I'll get fired up.
You can say it. You can say whatever you want.
No, you can't. I don't even know what you're gonna say.
Is it
but-
something bad?
No.
Then just say it.
No, if I say his name, I'll get fired up.
Just say.
No,
Say.
don't
Predictions.
I think that
Jordan Biden's going to die.
it's so much in my head now that I can't think of anything else.
I can't say
Sixers are getting past the
I
second
can't say
round.
anything
No.
good.
There you
Who
go.
dies first, Joe Biden
Oh, yeah, that's
or Keith Richards?
Keith,
Joe Biden.
Keith Richards probably loses.
How old is he now? Like 107?
All right, I got
He's-
one for you.
he's-
I got
he
one
is
for you
80 something,
now.
I think.
He did. Epstein. He's done. He's
Jesus.
25.
We're getting dark
Oh,
now.
I'm
We're getting,
done.
Are we just creating our own Deadpool?
oh, yeah. We want to do a Deadpool. We can do a Deadpool, but
Sixers missed the playoffs.
Yeah, he's gonna get killed.
I was gonna say something about the.
What do you think?
That's
And die.
Who?
P. Diddy. Dead.
I think the Sixers make a big move at the deadline, like they did Butler. Maybe it is Butler.
Maybe it is
for
Joe
round
Butler?
two.
Wait, you think the Sixers get Butler?
Maybe
With what?
I think they make a big move at the deadline.
Oh my God! Is he back? Is he
And
back?
I think they go past the second round.
Oh!
I
Whoa!
like it.
I think this is
Yo,
the year where,
PG dropped 30 last night.
because
They-
I think
they lost.
Maury's going to realize that
It's
this
now
is
or never
This
for
is my
Embiid.
latest year to really.
Oh, I don't think it's his latest year, but it's now. Wait, how are they going to get Butler?
I don't know. I just sort of
Gonna
moved like
trade
they
McCain.
did with
I
Butler. Yeah,
don't
they
think-
might.
They don't. What?
They might
Trade McCain.
Yeah, but I don't think Miami won him.
No,
McCain
I'm
for
not
who?
saying. I'm
For
not
Butler.
saying they're getting Butler.
Dude, the money doesn't even matter.
I'm just saying they're making a
Butler's
move.
like 60
You'd
million,
have to
right?
give him the.
I'm saying they make.
I
a
was just
move.
looking to get a reaction out of you when I said McCain, and it didn't come, so
I like
I'm
it.
out.
I would take him in a second. He scored.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Saquon Barkley gets a contract extension. They pay him because he didn't.
I'm still on what Birdie said earlier.
yeah, I can't get over that. You can't top that.
Yeah.
You can't top that.
He comes firing out with
Who
it.
else gets an extension? Hurts probably too.
Zach Bond.
Oh, there you go.
He said today he wants to stay, but you know what?
All right. Watch.
Oh, did you guys ever?
Watching with us, we got Mike Palmer says the biggest stories of 2024 are Mike Vick and Deshaun Jackson getting head coaching gigs. Good for them.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
his
good.
prediction
Oh,
for
I got one.
2025, Temple football wins the AAC.
The American.
American, yeah.
That's a great.
Isn't that one folded?
Nah.
How many teams are left?
All right, I got
So,
one for
like,
you.
seven
I got
or
one
eight,
for you.
probably.
Lizardo gets 15 wins for the Phillies.
That's a bold. That's like Taiwan Walker, your
Dude,
boy.
No, he was the Cy Young runner-up.
I had to agree with Bob that signing of Taiwan Walker.
Yeah, now you're saying it's easy.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
Bob was right though. He knew.
You know what?
He knows
I-
ball.
You know what? I got a prediction. You ready?
What, Mitch Cole?
I think the Phillies go back.
Oh my God!
I do.
To the World Series?
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes!
win or lose.
And we take 2 championships.
I don't want to
over
get
this
that
year.
far yet. Let me see how the rest of the all season goes.
So are they a wild card again? Or
I-
did it
I already wrote it down.
No.
I already wrote it down.
Think-
Phillies
think
World
about it
Series. DJ.
logically, though. Think about it logically. Whose pitching rotation in the NL besides maybe the Dodgers is better than the Phillies?
Mate,
Nobody.
Nobody comes close.
That's what I've been saying in the chat, and you
We're
guys
good.
and Jim was like,
we're
the
solid.
Phillies?
Solid.
Jim rips you all the time.
yeah,
Phillies
Jim,
pitching staff
Jim,
is
our-
solid,
the
1 through
Phillies
5.
staff's ridiculous.
It's 1 through 5 is solid.
You don't agree?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm
would
just-
be a 2 on a
All
lot of
right,
teams
ready?
in the league.
I'm gonna put this into the universe.
Vernon says the Phillies do not make the playoffs.
No,
So
okay.
just
I'm gonna
telling
put
you
you.
how it is.
I'm gonna put you into the universe because you've been dogging him for years. Andrew Painter is actually a stud.
What does that mean?
He comes up.
DJ's a stud. You need to define stud.
Very good pitcher. Comes up and makes a major league
Makes a
impact.
contribution to the team.
Yeah.
What does that
With
mean?
what? I mean, yeah, it's.
I'm a
He
stud.
comes
How
up
about
and earns his spot in
Does-
the rotation
does
for 26.
Aiden Miller make it to the team?
Not this year. It's not. I already
Put it
told you that.
I think he might.
He can't.
Miller does
They
or
already-
Painter?
Dude,
Both. Put it down.
first of all,
why not both?
we
Why
already
can't
said
we have nice
Aiden Miller
things?
is 2 to 3 years away, so you're already going to lose your prediction.
Smitty, I've told
I'm
you
already
bad
gonna lose a
when-
prediction when I said the Phillies are gonna go back to the World Series.
All right, I'm swinging for the fences.
I can't believe he's got the Sixers.
Eagles,
We're holding
Super
him to that
Bowl.
anytime he says stuff about the Sixers.
Yep.
And then
2 champions.
Miles Garrett,
Trade.
Eagles defensive end next year.
Ooh.
How are they going to get him?
I don't know. It'll happen.
Are they gonna be able to pay him?
He
It'll
wants
happen.
to be here.
It'll
he
happen.
said it, and when he was here in Cleveland, he's like, everybody in the league wants to play in Philly.
Yeah, but he's part owner of the Cavs, and he has a big ties to Cleveland now.
He owns the Cavs, though.
He's a minority owner of the Cavs. Yeah.
Does Nick Sirianni get a contract extension?
If they go to the Super Bowl,
if
yeah.
they
He's
go
a
to
lame
Super
duck,
Bowl,
dog.
he
And
does.
does Howie? Because or is he leaving for the
Howie's
Jets?
There's a lot of rumors swirling that Howie's getting looked at.
Do you think
at other
Howie
places.
leaves for the Jets if he gets ownership?
I don't think so.
NFW. NFW.
Well, that's
You
good.
got
At
any-
least you're following the no curse.
Howie
Got
is
any predictions?
Any
for
predictions for
2025?
2025?
Prep doesn't win the state title. Only because the bus
Notre Dame
crashes on the
national
way to
champs.
Hershey.
Oh my god.
Before you read that about what Vern said about the Phillies, I was thinking that, so I'm gonna stick with
You're
it.
saying they don't make the playoffs?
Yep.
You're crazy.
Bunch of Debbie Downers.
Yeah, you're crazy. That
I
rotation, with that rotation, they're not making the playoffs.
the Mets, did the Mets get better?
No.
No.
No?
They signed Soto and lost
Will, will the Braves be better?
No.
I love the guy that we all wanted. Now that he's with the Mets, he's overweight. He stinks.
Yes, he does. Yes, that's how it goes.
He's overrated.
Is- Who?
I don't know. Where'd he go?
He hasn't signed yet.
He hasn't signed yet. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna go to the Yankees.
Bring him here.
No, I'll probably go to they're talking about the Cubs. The Cubs or Brewers, one of them.
All right, Nate, you get any other predictions for 2025?
No, I can't think of anything after Biden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
You guys really
Just
think
blew
that's
it
gonna
away.
happen?
Yeah, it's so
What,
good.
Biden dying?
I don't.
Dude, he can barely walk.
It ain't happening.
He's actually live now.
But I,
Right.
Yeah, he just had a press conference tonight.
Was it him?
I like that shot my
It's
brain.
probably
I
AI.
can't think of anything
I
else to talk
seriously, when he said that, and then he asked me to follow it up, like,
about. Yeah,
Can't. You can't.
Do you have any predictions for
Oh, Jay-Z.
Heather?
Oh, I got one.
Heather,
Jay-Z
you got any
gets
predictions for
indicted.
2025?
I got one. Jay-Z gets indicted. Put it down.
Huh?
Jigga Man gets indicted.
I didn't hear what you said.
What do you think, Nate?
Good.
Jay-Z.
We're gonna be really wealthy. All right. I'll take
Jay-Z
that.
gets indicted and Beyonce files
did you
for
guys have
divorce.
pork for dinner?
Absolutely.
Yo, put it
That's
down.
so-
Jay-Z indictment, Beyonce divorce.
That's crazy.
Ha!
Taylor Swift gets dumps Travis.
Travis is cheating.
No, Taylor Swift definitely.
Travis gets caught cheating.
Gets called cheating after losing to the
Chiefs
Eagles.
lose their first
He
playoff
cheats
game.
with Kenzo after
That's a good one, Brody.
Chiefs
Brody,
lose
that's a
first
good
playoff
one. Chiefs
game.
don't make it back.
They lose their first playoff
That's
game.
a
You
good
can't say after they
Chiefs three-peat.
No,
No.
she just said Travis
No.
proposes after they beat the Eagles.
I did not.
Does Penn State
Yeah, I
beat
got
Notre
one for you.
Dame?
I got one for you.
Do they win the national title?
Just throwing it out there.
They have one more game
Chiefs,
after that. They have
Eagles,
to win.
rematch Super
Even though
Bowl.
you said James Franklin stinks.
I don't know. Do you think
Carson Wentz
it would be
plays.
that-
Don't
Wow.
put that evil out there.
Wow.
And they win.
Just shut up.
Don't put that evil
Get out.
there, dude. Come on.
Taylor McKee defeats-
Only a guy who went to LaSalle would say shit like that.
AB would love it. AB would go to Kansas City for the parade.
Ah.
AB would. AB would go to the parade.
Who?
AB.
No, I don't know who that is.
Did you hear what Nate said?
What? Yeah, Carson Wentz.
KZ Eagles Super Bowl.
Well, do we know Jim?
Here you go.
I already
Here you go,
said it.
Smitty. Joe White.
Play, if that
Smitty becomes principal at SJP.
Hell no. You're gonna
What?
pay me
He's gonna
enough.
answer tail.
If you did, all those football players would be ineligible when they play LaSalle. Sorry, sorry, grades. I'd be out.
All right.
Yeah, if that Super Bowl happens, Wentz is playing in that game.
Please don't say that. Please.
I guarantee.
Playing because it's a blowout in our favor.
Mahomes is going to do his fake
In
game.
our
You think
favor.
if we get back,
Andy puts Wentz in that game. I'm
They roll
telling
a
you.
KC
No.
special.
do you
Yeah.
think
What?
Yeah.
if we get back-
In the Wildcat formation?
Because the Mahomes is going to do his fake injury game.
Would we beat him? I think we have the talent to beat him.
Who?
But can we,
Do you think we're gonna win the NFC?
I like that Vern.
I don't like our.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he
I
didn't
don't
do
like
that
it.
consciously
Yeah, I
But he
know.
said the
yeah,
perp gets-
Yeah.
instead of the prep. The perp.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. They have a hard path.
They have a
Well,
hard path.
well, I'll tell you, Brody
Oh,
talking
you
about
said
hard. He
perp
loves
instead
that
of prep.
Viking perp.
We've got a big prediction. Actually, a huge prediction here. This
Is it
could
good or bad? Because I might not like it.
new principal at St Joseph Prep.
Yeah, I already said that.
Smitty.
Yeah, we already went over.
Did we have missed that? I was
Yeah,
yelling
yeah,
about
you're
something else. All right.
AJ Palmer said AJ Brown 3 touchdowns against the Packers.
All right. Yeah. Let's. All right. We'll close out with that quick. We playing the
Why are
Packers.
we assuming? You don't think the Cowboys can help us?
Who are they playing?
The Redskins.
Who?
The Commanders.
How's the Cowboys playing them help us?
Washington loses, we play Washington.
Ah,
I think
You know,
it's, I think it's.
I feel like
Packers.
Jaden Daniels turns his ankle Sunday. I
They should
just
probably.
know.
So if they sit him and they tie, do
Are
they win?
sitting him?
They're not
Nah,
gonna
they're
sit.
starting. They're starting.
Yeah, Dan Quinn said we're playing all the starters and somebody's going to get hurt.
I think it's Green Bay.
And then I'm going to tell
So
you
who
guys,
does-
I
who
told
does-
you.
who does Commanders play in the playoffs?
What?
Dallas. I think
Oh,
Parsons
they're in
gets
the playoffs.
Dame.
No, they would come.
They would have to come here if they lose to Dallas.
Tampa.
What's the line against Dallas this weekend? Is it high?
It's like 3, I think. 3.5.
Ah.
That's really close.
Where's the game?
In
Dallas. It's in Dallas.
Jaden Daniels turns the corner. Parsons right there.
Yeah, but is Trey Lance going to be playing quarterback or
Yeah.
Cooper Rush?
Well,
Trey
the Cowboys,
Lance
I would
is-
assume they're playing their backups. What do you have to win or lose for? You know?
Well, they can't even tank correctly, so I wouldn't,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
sure.
surprised if they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Giants want to lose too. Well, no, they actually don't. They didn't lose.
Let the
last year.
Giants win. Go ahead.
Let the
No, that
Giants
doesn't
win.
help.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh, if they win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Giants continue
The
to stink.
Cowboys line is it's a Saturday game, so we'll know. Washington 6.
Where it's at Dallas?
Or it's at Dallas. Sorry,
Yeah.
It's Sunday. Washington 6.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a stranger things have happened.
You don't want to play a division rival 3 times.
Yeah.
And they got to come
I mean,
here.
we
They
did. We
did
said
it in
that about the
2022,
Giants.
yeah, and we
In the
crushed
Super
them.
Bowl run, and we smoked New York.
My guess is Dowdle goes nuts. He's already got 1,000 yards. He plays. He gets 500
Any
yards.
incentives in that game?
I got a list of incentives
Doesn't
written
for
down
Dowdle-
for my
I think
part.
Dowdle
Yeah.
has one, actually, doesn't it? Doesn't Dowdle have an incentive? I thought he did.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
know he's got
continue
1,000
to
yards
lose.
already.
Were the Flyers in the playoff spot?
All right,
Yeah.
They are. Flyers in the playoff spot.
Flyers in the playoff spot.
There you go. Flyers make the playoffs.
Do you really have them go be a second round Sixers?
If they make a big trade, they have the talent.
I said
East
they
is
missed
wide open.
playoffs.
He's so funny, dude. You should see the chat.
Boston is.
Yeah, you gotta call a fraudulent. on
East
him.
is wide open.
Jim, do you think they go be a second round?
Who?
Sixers.
No.
Not if they play the Cavs.
Sixers aren't even going to make it.
Yeah. I
You don't think
I
they make the
think-
playoffs?
I said that too for
Should we make a
I
bet
have
on
it
that?
down on there.
What do you want to bet?
Boston's in a.
Your hair versus my beard.
No.
Not very confident, are you?
wow.
We'll go to a beer store. I'll let you pick out a 6-pack.
Oh, big spender. 6-pack.
Vice versa.
And you come here and share it and drink it all.
Yes. Yeah.
And what are we
should
we
make-
betting?
We should make it bet.
Sixers are
How-
going to make the
How
playoffs.
confident are you?
Or no, wait. Did you say past the second round?
Playoffs.
How
No.
confident?
Like crazy.
That was just that was
How
a stupid
confident
bet.
are
by
you?
the way.
And you say they don't make the playoffs.
I'm a 10 out of 10.
I'm about a 7 right now.
Brody, you should make a bet with Smith.
I'm not as confident
You guys
as a
have to
couple
shake
years
your
ago with the
heads
Chiefs.
whoever
Yeah,
loses.
I'll get there, but not
Whoever
yet.
loses well.
Not yet.
Should we go
Whatever your
bet?
Sixers bet is.
They win, I buy you some. If they lose, you buy me some. You ready to go?
I'm
there?
going to get there though. That's the
Ready?
thing. I'm not
All
going to.
right, so you want to take that now?
Are you saying they're not going to win it?
If they win, I buy you an Eagles jersey of your choice.
Well, that's a big spender. I said a 6-pack.
See, I wanted to go. I said his hair versus my beard.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's much more.
You don't touch
That
that.
means so
The
much
Eagles
more to me.
lose to the Packers, I'll buy you a Jordan Love jersey.
Ooh.
They each would grow back, DJ.
But this is too nice.
And the Eagles jersey of your choice if they win the Super Bowl.
Got to
Evan
go
White.
Dickerson,
And
69.
then you'd have to get me something.
John Dawson.
Sixers if they
John
lose.
Sixers?
Some
Get you a Paul George?
I was going to say you're
Silly, man.
Kane.
Maybe. Oh no, Penn State. Oh, how about this?
Oh,
Here's
there
the
you go.
bet.
That's
Like get your Franklin jersey?
Ally. If they win the national title. If the Penn,
It's only
if
2
Penn State
games
wins
now.
the
That's-
Super
that's like-
yeah, but if Penn State and if Eagles win the Super Bowl, I buy him a jersey.
How about if Saquon doesn't get the record, you buy me a Saquon jersey?
That means that shows me you're not as confident about the Eagles, and if you really don't think Penn State's going to win, you would take that bet.
I'll consider.
It's too late. So off the
It's
table.
off the table. All right. Anything else? Think we hit it all. Think we're good.
Deke's a closet Notre Dame fan.
I don't think he's a closet.
I'm not a closet Notre Dame fan. It's
Well, I've never seen you wear anything.
He just hopes everyone has fun.
After the show, he'll drop and he'll show you his little
Nah.
his
Yeah.
leprechaun on his cheek.
My little-
He's got one. You know he's got one. Most Irish fans do.
Smitty,
It's Irish
Smitty.
potatoes.
I had
Look right at the
It's
hole.
Irish.
Right at the hole.
It's Irish potatoes.
That'd be better
Smitty.
on his thigh.
I had
The punching bags.
That's a good tattoo.
Smitty. I had a cousin.
I'll show you the
Wait,
tattoo I
if
showed
Notre
Heather
Dame wins
last
the
night.
national title, you got to get this tattooed.
Hell no.
Why not?
Because I don't like Notre Dame.
That's the point. Are you confident that they're going to lose?
No.
How about this? If Penn State wins, you got to get the line around your belly button.
Yes. Around my belly button.
Yes, exactly.
I'll get a Penn State championship tattoo.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
And you would get a tattoo for Penn State.
I guess I'd have to, right? If I made a
How would Jess feel about that?
What would you make me get James Franklin on my?
No,
Jimmy Franks.
He has to get James Franklin's head on his back, full size head.
No, I'm not getting
Long boys across your back.
All you
No,
guys
there
are
you
gonna
go.
tell me is that nobody at Penn State likes Franklin.
You have to get Jimmy.
Dude, he got
first.
booed at the
It's time
game.
to LTFI.
What the hell is that?
Lock the FN.
He knows he's a Penn State.
So dumb.
You saw Franklin say it?
Yeah.
The fan.
All right.
We're talking about Maryland.
Happy New Year to y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us again on another
we won't.
episode of the
Will we
Santa
be
Blue
back
First
before
Pod.
the wild card? No.
No, wild card.
Not before wild card.
Maybe.
Maybe.
How? We're not.
It's next week.
Yeah, and then we're supposed to get slammed with snap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Unless, we
We'll
do
talk-
unless you want to do Friday.
We'll talk show logistics off the
Right,
air.
you go
They don't
Friday
need to
night.
know this.
Why not? We could be at the Ohio State game.
Because I have a little fucking kid.
No language. No language. 205.
You're the only nitwit that made that.
Well, I mean,
Commitment.
And I stuck to it all show, right, Andrew?
Good
Wow.
for you, because I'm gonna fucking curse all I
I
want.
didn't say it. I almost did. Yeah, right.
Golf clap for Smitty.
Yay, Smitty.
Golf clap.
Irish potatoes.
All right, folks.
Speed bag.
So until next time, we'll say go Penn State.
We are.
We are.
LTFI.
We'll say sorry, Saquon. Wish you were here. Yeah, we'll see you for the wild card game. And I think that's about it.
Actually, no. You like a Bill
Sure.
Cosby with Salboy, right? Are you
Good.
real? Are you rooting hard?
All right.
for Penn State from
Until
here on?
next time, be excellent to each other.
I didn't know. I didn't know if you liked.
Smitty, I just found a text to you cursing from like